You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, because some of the meta magics are like really good for like some are very clearly better than others in terms of like power, right? So say for example, quickened is really good for fights, right?
Mm-hmm.
One that I like, even if it's not that great, is a subtle spell, which is that you can spend a sorcery point to cast a spell without any verbal or somatic components.
Okay.
Or you can ignore those components when you cast it, which is kind of sick because like it's fun for role playing because then you can like do stealthy stuff.
Yeah. Is it recommended to try using the Roll20 level plus automated thing,
Nah,
the character enhancer?
I always do it manually. Yeah.
Okay. So I really just need to deal with new class features and hit points.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
And generally, like like when you change the level, like at the top of your character sheet,
Yeah.
Roll20 is pretty good about automatically like changing your character slots or your spell slots, I should say.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Oh
if you
yeah, it
put in
says 3 now.
yeah,
Cool. Okay.
because when you put in your and you do learn another spell when you level
Right.
up as
I'll
well.
have to pick.
Yeah.
I'll have to pick that too.
Mhm.
Okay. So my new ability is Font of Magic. That gives me 2 sorcery points.
Oh, meta magic's at level 3. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, I have an ability. Yeah, 3rd level is Meta Magic, but I have an ability called Flexible Casting now,
Yep.
where I can use sorcery points to gain additional spell slots or sacrifice slots to gain additional sorcery points.
Mm-hmm. Super cool.
Transform. Okay, so right now they're just a battery, but later I
Yeah.
can use sorcery points to do other things like activate Meta Magic.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so I've effectively gone from having 2 level 1 spells to having 5 with my sorcery points now because that's all I could use them for anyway.
I think a level 1 spell slot costs 2 sorcery points, I think.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. It does. Okay, I see
Yep.
that. Okay, so I have
Because
4.
it's like when you use a spell slot to gain sorcery points, you get a number of sorcery points equal to the spell slot level. But when you try to create a spell slot level, it costs more than you would get if you were to sacrifice it.
Mm,
So yeah, currently you effectively have 4 level 1 spell slots is what it
right.
is currently.
Okay.
But yeah, no, meta magics are super fun. I always like meta magics.
Oh yeah, no, I like them from the first time. I always had house rules that allowed sorcerers to use meta magic more effectively. 3rd edition, sorcerers had junky meta magic usage because it was seemingly designed only for wizards. You know.
Yeah, but I really like subtle spells. Subtle spells fun for like certain role playing scenarios. There's a few unearthed arcana meta magics, but I haven't actually looked at. What have we?
I have not read any of the books. So
Elemental spell UA. When you cast a spell that deals a type of damage from the following list, you can spend 1 sorcery point to change that damage type to another one of the ones listed. Oh, okay, so it allows you to switch like between acid, cold, fire, and lightning and thunder between like any other one. That's actually kind of cool. Seeking spell. When you cast a spell that requires you to make a spell attack roll, or that forces the attack to make a dexterity saving throw, you can spend a sorcery point to ignore the effects of half and 3/4 cover. That's cute.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello!
Hello! I think we about got everyone, I think.
Just waiting for my wife to return. She's gone upstairs to get something to drink, I think.
That's totally fair. I went and got water myself. Oh god, the session yesterday went on for 5 hours. I'm never doing that again. Oh, that was awful.
Maybe we need to have a reminder at the 3.5 hour mark that we're
Oh,
ending soon.
please do. I lose track of time so quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
was
like
wondering
all.
last time. I was like right at 4. I was like, I thought you were going to
Yeah,
try to stop it, and then you
yeah.
were just still.
I
We
know.
went
Yeah, I
we
actually
went
run.
10 minutes. We went 10 minutes over.
Yeah, you might have noticed I kind of rushed through like that house thing a little bit.
Yeah, can I didn't get the chance to. I was planning on re-listening to the final story moment from the YouTube
Yeah.
channel, but if you could retell that would be nice to have like a last time on or something.
Hold on, the YouTube channel?
Oh yeah,
We talked about this.
Oh right, yeah, because y'all streamed it. I forgot about that. Wow.
And yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure. So what I was gonna wait for everyone to come back, but there's a fun thing I like to do for D&D as well. So last session we did
we're both here now.
All right, yeah. So is everybody here?
Laura and I are here.
All right, cool. So one thing I also like to do for sessions, in addition to everybody kind of vote for another player to give an inspiration to at the end of the session, I like to also award inspiration for anyone that wants to do a recap of the previous session. However, the way I run the rule, because I like to have everyone have a chance of getting inspiration, is that if you earned inspiration the last session, I would rather you don't do the recap. So if anyone would like to do a previously on Vythan Underdark, I will award
Previously
inspiration.
on Vythan Underdark.
Yeah, so who wants to take that up? Oh, don't be shy now.
Everyone. Well, previously on the Underdark, Cole encountered a bunch of heroes in a bar. They had to go on this mining expedition to help these people out. Cole was a star, and then we got trapped. That's it. The end.
I was hoping for a little more than that.
Okay, so legitimately what happened was we all met up at... Where did we meet up at, guys? I feel like it was a bar. Yeah, it was a bar.
Yeah.
And then we had a bunch of got a bunch of rations, made a deal with the agent, and then we ended up going to the mines. We met... What was her name? The difficult one.
correct.
Tura.
We met Tura, and she directed us to watch on the miners, and at some point between point A and point B, somebody may have to fill in the gaps here. There was some sort of commotion. We had gone down with the miners and encountered these mushroom people, and we had combat. And then we found that the odds were kind of potentially stacking against us, so we decided to do a hasty retreat to come back and settle the combat at a later time.
The odds were stacked against us because I fell in combat.
I thought that was the case. That's right. I remember the weight of your of your body in my arms now. I mean,
all of my stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You left that rope.
I'm surprised you didn't leave my whole backpack down there.
No, in all fairness, it was attached to you.
The rope was not.
Yeah.
No, we left the rope behind. So we looked at our wounds and then came back, took care of the remaining mushroom men, and then we were rewarded by, again, the difficult woman. And then once we'd kind of recovered from that, we understood that Robbie Gen Cutter was going to return. He was going to do an inspection of the mine. We got a chance to meet him. He was a lovely man. We enjoyed his jacket. At which point, I think he had left after that. There was some sort of dialogue between him and the difficult woman, of which name I can't remember.
Tura.
It's written down sometimes. Tura. And then some point between point A, B, and after that point, she came to us early in the morning and said, we found something. It's really interesting. You have to come see. And she brought us into this cavern. And inside the cavern, there was this odd shape jutting out from the wall, from the cavern wall, of which none of the miners, nor us, we really understood what it was. To come to find out, it was actually an embedded doorknob that was somehow stuck in rock. So the miners had worked their way around it, excavating the door out, and we decided to open it up, only to find that it had actually been somehow sealed with more rock, possibly whether it's like lava or somebody done some crazy shape-shifting of stone. We'd broken the way past that into some sort of antechamber that no one had known was there. And there was another opposite door that we decided to open up. Once we got to that door, we found that it opened up into a large cavern. And one of the miners decided he shouted, and it was like, "Oh, check this out, guys!" And there was an echo, and then all of a sudden, a horrible response from the darkness. At which point, the entire room clearly had come loose from its mooring, or however it was anchored to the rock wall, and we came tumbling down to the very bottom of the cavern, at which point we ended the session.
Indeed. All right, so wait, who gave that recap? I'm still working on your voices.
It was I, Cole.
Well, so you already got an inspiration from the last session, right? So instead, I will allow you to gift that to someone else.
Say that one more time.
You already got an inspiration from the last session, like at the end of the last one. So I will allow you to gift that to someone else.
Okay, well, I will give it to Ashley Sonora. Sonora.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and mark the inspiration checkbox at the top of your character. Yep. All right, yeah. So inspiration, the way that it works is that you can use it, and you can either give yourself advantage on a roll or impose disadvantage on someone else's roll. Additionally, you can use it while you level up to allow yourself to roll the health point dice twice and to keep the higher one. Always a fun gamble. Whenever I am a player, I always save my inspiration for that because I like it. All right. But yeah, so essentially, you kind of hit the nail on the head on almost everything. In regards to what you kind of saw inside there, it was just kind of normal rock in there, just like solid stone. It didn't really seem like anything that would be lava, because then that would be like, like molten rock or something, or like obsidian, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Is it the word I'm looking for? I don't even know.
Obsidian is a volcanic rock that looks like it's volcanic glass.
Oh, okay, yeah. So then, yeah, it wasn't. Isn't the word I'm looking volcanic or anything? It was just stone, like the way that you normally understand stone to be. But then, yeah, and after you kind of went out the other side, it was a giant cavern, right? And there was a huge collapse. The cave collapsed behind y'all, and y'all got stuck in this house with, I have a list of names. You got stuck in there with Mar, Tavish, and Tura, and one other miner. Mar, if you're that one.
Oh, goody.
Yes, oh, goody. Yeah, and you all, this room became detached. You tumbled down, and you landed on the bottom. You all extremely, quite wounded. I'm gonna say that upon landing, it wasn't a straight fall. Like, you did kind of tumble around in the room a little bit, but I will say that you all took 2d6 at least. Actually, 3d6 bludgeoning damage, I would say. And I just hope that none of you die from this.
Yeah. What about those of us who only have 7 hit points?
You did level up.
Okay. Let me. I need to update my hit points. That's the last thing I need to do here.
Yeah.
That shouldn't outright kill anyone, though. I don't think. Maybe not kill the conscious.
It will not.
No,
It will not.
The options for leveling up is either roll the 6-sided dice or take the half the value plus 1.
Or take
4.
Yep.
Plus my Constitution modifier would be 5.
Yep.
I think I'll do that.
Okay.
So I have a total of 12 hit points now.
Yep. So if y'all want to roll 3d6 for each of yourselves, or if you want, I can hit enter right now, and whatever value I get, you all take it, whichever is easier for y'all.
I think it would be appropriate for us all to take the same amount of damage.
Okay.
Or we can each roll.
Oh.
Whatever. We're all in the same boat now.
Yeah.
Same
all right.
Unconscious boat.
Yep. So all of you take 14 then. Yeah. 14 bludgeoning damage. Yep.
So is this before or after we leveled up?
This will be after you leveled up. So currently you are leveled up. Yes. I would say.
If it's after we level up, hold on. I was assuming we were leveling up at the bottom of the pit, and so the new spell
I would say you leveled up after that combat encounter.
The new spell I selected was Featherfall.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, it's like in that case, like I'm not sure how much Featherfall helps you here because you're literally trapped inside of a room that's falling, not so much as you are falling.
Well, the ceiling didn't collapse on us, did it?
No. You are effectively trapped like in this box that is currently tumbling down. So I'm not sure if Featherfall can help you here.
Featherfall doesn't change your velocity; it just removes the falling damage.
Is that just to yourself you're casting it on, or?
It says I can cast it on 5 fallen creatures. So is there 5? How many is there counting me?
There are 8 creatures. 9 creatures in this room.
I mean, I'm going to prioritize the adventuring party over the NPCs, so I think that covers the 5 of us.
Okay.
Excellent choice.
Thank you.
All right. Excellent. So, all right. Yes. But either way, you were not able to cast Featherfall on the room. Right. So it still crashes to the ground, right? And while all of you are fine, the 4 NPCs are very much not fine. They all have the wind knocked out of them completely. One of them actually got crushed by kind of like some of the remnant stone that was inside of like the house, and it fell on top of him. You're not sure if he's alive, but you'd be impressed if he was. But currently, all of you are alive. Allow me to move you to our new little home map, I guess I should say. This is a really big map, by the way. Very big. The only part of the map that is revealed is in the upper left-hand corner.
I'm going to zoom way out and then zoom back in. It's not... It's more the middle left. Okay.
It's like close. It's still close to like the top left. And you can go ahead and click and drag your characters in there, and we can kind of get started. What y'all want to do in this spot?
I forget how to do that.
You open up your character sheet, and then and then you click and drag your character art onto the scene. I see someone. Okay. Hold on.
What's up?
I gotta move layers real quick.
What happened? Why is there a bunch of me?
That's a great question. Why are there a bunch of you?
Apparently, when I leveled up, I got mirror image also.
Would the real Slim Shady please stand up?
And also, I tried really hard to get this map to align to the grid. I tried for like 20 minutes, and it just would not line up. It is very unfortunate. We still have two. We still have two, yeah. We still have 2 toppers. I'm not sure what you want to do with one.
We could. I don't know how to delete them.
There
we go. Okay. Now we don't.
The other one. All right, I just bring in one. There we go. All right. In hindsight, I probably should have made this area a little bigger, but that's fine. But yeah, so you kind of get down to the bottom. All the NPCs are a little unconscious. Currently, one of the miners is effectively half crushed by stone. You're pretty sure he's not alive, but you're more than welcome to go and check.
Lost cause. Triage the breathing people.
Specifically, the people that do not look crushed are Tavish, Tura, and Mar.
I'm going to work with Tavish and make sure that his explosives haven't been compromised in any way.
All right, well, he's currently unconscious, so I don't know how you're going to work with him.
Okay, well, I mean, I am concerned about his health, but I have no skills in that area, so I want to focus on, checking if there's a risk of us all blowing up.
Okay.
That's a fair point.
All right, well, you kind of, take a brief, look through, the bag, because the bag wasn't actually on him. It was, among the wreckage of, the room. But of the explosives you managed to gather, it doesn't look like any of them were lit or compromised in any way. It looks like everything hunky-dory.
Okay. If there's a piece of dynamite or 2 that I can pocket while I'm doing this, I'm gonna.
Well, all right, yeah, sure. Because none of the NPCs are alive, so unless your party squeals on you, I guess you're gonna get away with it.
Okay. I just take 2 pieces of dynamite. I don't want to overdo it.
So, just to clarify, the other 4 NPCs are down?
Yes, they are currently down.
Okay. I start doing triage, and while I'm doing that, I won't actively, loudly do it, but I'll be praying to my God, but kind of in the normal, this is such horseshit. I'm going to use channel divinity, preserve life.
All right, can you link that for me?
Yeah, can do.
Alright, what's the one for life? Well, hold on. This is... It's not saying what it does? Or is it?
Just a second, I'll grab I'll just read it to you, and then I'll grab it and throw it back in the chat. So, starting at 2nd level, what I can do is, as an action, I can present my holy symbol and invoke healing energy that can restore a number of hit points equal to 5 times my cleric level. Choose any creatures within 30 feet of you and divide those hit points amongst them. This feature can restore a creature to no more than half of its maximum hit points. You can't use this feature on undead or a construct. So basically what it means is I can take, 5 times 2.
Yeah.
So 10 hit points. And you
take 10 hit points and distribute it any way you like.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll at least give 1 to each one of the NPCs so that they are rendered conscious.
Okay.
And then the rest will go to the party.
Oh,
Al gets 2. The rest of you guys can get 1.
Wait, did we get injured or not during the fall?
I
no,
guess
there was featherfall. Yeah. So
okay. Well, I'll evenly distribute it amongst the 4 NPCs and divide it however that works out to be. 10 hit points amongst the 4.
I mean, then essentially you're giving each.
It's 2, 2, 3, 3.
There we go.
I will tell you this: when you go to look at the person who's crushed by the boulder, they're dead. They just straight up. So there's effectively only 3 NPCs.
Great Scott.
Yep. And then
3, 3, 4.
Yeah. So 3, 3, 4. So whoever you want to give the 4 to between Tura, Mar, and Tavish.
It'll be Tura. Sorry, Mar. Wait. Tavish. Yeah.
Tavish is the more valuable person here right now.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah, Tavish is Boom Boom. Tura is the self-proclaimed head bitch in charge, and Mar is he's that guy.
Oh yeah, she can die in fire.
For him.
I need a healer.
All right. So yeah, you kind of you kind of give everyone a little bit of health. Real quick, as people are getting up, can people give me a perception check? Just anyone who wants to.
I found some dynamite.
No.
All right. Well, Sakura, you will hear this, right? You don't see it, but from down this tunnel, you do hear like a scraping sound. Even if you're not entirely sure what it is, but you definitely hear something from down the tunnel. Yeah.
Well, somebody should go scout out what it is. But we also need to make sure we protect these wounded people. Should we split up? Or should we go as a group knowing that there's not an exit from this room? At the very least...
I also want to say that after probably about like 30 seconds to a minute of talking, the scraping sound stops. And you actually hear footsteps that sound like they're getting further away. Further away, yep.
All right, nothing to worry about.
All right, so currently all of you are kind of down here. The NPCs kind of come to. Tavish wakes up and he's just like, "Where's my explosives? Where'd they go?"
Right here, buddy.
And then he like kind of frantically looks through it and he's just like, okay, I lost a couple, but it's fine. Where'd they go?" And he's like starts like kind of going through some of the wreckage, thinking that maybe some of them disappeared.
There's lots of stuff buried in here. We may as well just keep moving.
And then he's just like, "I am not leaving without my boomsticks." And then he kind of keeps looking through the wreckage. Tura sees the brushed miner, and then she's just like, "Oh, fuck, Anduar, oh, fuck, shit, who's alive?" And then she like kind of looks around, kind of takes account of everyone there, and then she kind of just quickly recounts. All right, well, this was everyone that was in the room before it fell. So we only lost one person. It's a damn shame, but now we got to worry about how to get back up there. And then she kind of points upwards. But you look up, and it goes on forever. You cannot see the top of whatever area you are currently in.
Well, what is the light source situation down here?
So, funny enough, I should have forgot to mention this, but it looks like a lot of the light source is coming from glowing mushrooms that actually grow on the walls.
Classic.
Yeah, classic. Nope. So far, and for the most part, it's like only on the walls. And a lot of these mushrooms are kind of foreign, like you're not really familiar with them or have seen them out in the wild elsewhere.
How big are they?
Some of them can be pretty big. There's a lot of like tiny ones that can be like even they can just be like an inch, but there's a few that are like up to like a foot tall that kind of sprout outwards.
Big enough to take the cap and use it as a hat?
Absolutely.
I'm doing that.
Go for it. Are you taking one of the glowing ones?
Heck yeah.
Okay, duly noted. Wonderful. You can give me a survival check. All right, well, before he tries to reach for these, you definitely advise against him doing that because if it's glowing, it might not be the safest to put on your head. And upon further examination, it looks like there's acid coming out from underneath it.
Oh.
Yeah. All
right.
But the big ones that are not glowing look pretty safe to wear as a hat if you choose.
Not interested.
It also is important to note that even though you did kind of rip it off the wall, and shortly after you ripped it off the wall, the glowing stopped like after like 30 seconds or so.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so Tura's then gonna say, all right, we're injured. We need to rest up, but it looks like this weird house we fell in did have some furniture in it. So I guess we can, like, use the blankets as pseudo beds on the hard rock, I suppose.
Should we try using some of this other furniture to create a makeshift barricade if we're going to rest for 8 hours?
Can we take watch? Can we take turns taking watch?
Well, none of you got injured, so none of you really need to take a long rest. Well, I mean, except one of you used Channel Divinity, so he can take a rest to try and get back if he wants.
Yeah, I only require a short rest for that, too.
Yeah, so all of you can, like, kind of stay awake while the NPCs are just kind of, like, huddled in a corner on, like, a pile of blankets that were inside there. As well as, like, they had cloth from, like, other mining equipment and stuff like that. And yeah, you can totally do that. Absolutely. You want to go check it out? All right. Go ahead and move forward. So about, I would say, like up here-ish, you actually see on the floor is a pile of cut mushroom, right? So they were not on the walls. They're not growing. They were actively, like, cut and, like, harvested and left there in, like, a pile. And in front of this pile is actually, in Draconic, mind you, just the phrase, "Hi, stay still, danger." What would you like to do with this? Oh, okay, go for it. Hi, danger, stay still. It's literally, like, carved into the rock in front of this pile of mushrooms.
Carved?
Yep.
I think so. I think we said that, yeah.
You're hollering? Okay, let me give me 1 second.
Oh dear.
Pyramid.
No, all right. Sure. All right. Yeah, you holler. I would say, I mean, you're like, it's like, hold on, how far are you? You're like, hey, you're like 65 feet.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay. So, you holler.
Oh, one moment. I'll be right there. What have you found?
Intraconic, that's important to note.
Can I get an insight roll as to what that might mean?
It's
An intelligent roll? Can I try to figure out what that means?
you can certainly try to do an insight roll. A 22. It seems like whoever wrote this does not mean you any harm. It seems like whoever might have wrote this might not be either the most educated person, because all they wrote was "Hi, danger, stay still," and didn't really give any details. But you don't really glean a lot of negative intention from this.
But if you look very closely, you'll see on the lower right-hand side, there's a little bit of a cusp at the very end. What that means is this individual is not of a high intelligence, you see. So I think he doesn't mean us any harm. I believe so. This is an excellent question.
If you want, you can do a survival check on the mushrooms, because you've been on fire with those. So you kind of look over them pretty well. You've been analyzing a lot of mushrooms, and these do look like the safest mushrooms you've come across so far. In terms of safest, they do look edible. Okay. And if you choose to eat these, this is approximately, the entire pile itself is approximately 5 days of rations.
Ooh, delicious. I agree. Let's do that.
Yeah, it's just high. Yeah. No. It's just high. Yep.
I thought the same thing. I was like, panic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's just high. That's all it is. It is. Oh, yeah. It's high. Danger. Stay still. Oh, it says high. The way that the it doesn't look like whoever carved this. It doesn't look like they tried to add any letters after the HI, and the insight check would have pulled that out as well. But no, it is just high danger. Stay still.
greetings, warning, immobilize.
Danger roll, Robinson. Danger. Look what Nora found.
I think.
Yep.
Well,
Oh.
do our wounded companions need food?
Yes, that is another thing I was actually about to point out. All right, if you want your companions to live, you will also need to give some of your rations to them.
Well, let's start with the mushrooms.
Well, so I said, so when I said the rations, right? I mostly meant the mushrooms are like the rations themselves. Yeah, so they are the equivalent of 5 days.
Yeah, rations are a shorthand for 1 day of food.
Yep. All right, so you're giving this to the NPCs, yeah? All right, so you give some to Tavish, and then he's just like, thank you, laddie. I wasn't sure if I was ever going to eat again. And then you give some to Mar, and it's just like, and then, and then Tara actually takes it kind of pretty easily. She doesn't give it a lot of fuss or anything. She's just like, thank you for your help, and then just kind of takes a bite real quick. But it doesn't seem like they're that hungry because y'all just fell, right? So it's not like it's been, days since food. It's actually just been a few hours. So in terms of food, y'all don't generally need to worry about that today, generally. Right. I'm going to start consuming your rations tomorrow, essentially.
So obviously we're not going to be staying in this corner of the cave forever until we're rescued. That is a long distance that they'll probably not be able to traverse down safely for some time. We'll need to explore our immediate surroundings, and in preparation for that, we should see if there's any other salvageable material in this wreckage that we might need to take with us if we're leaving this area.
I had a question for the team as well. Should I be using some of my healing spells to get the NPCs up, or do you want to reserve those just for us in combat, perhaps later on?
I think we're doing a full rest, so they're going to be up to top at the end of that, right?
Oh, so no real point then in casting the spells.
I guess it's a wash because you would get your spells back after the full rest either.
Yeah, exactly. Unless we're interrupted in the middle of the rest.
Right. Yeah, because we're standing guard while they rest, so we'd need that. If something happened during the rest, healing spells are kind of important at that point.
Right, exactly. I agree, yeah.
Okay, so you're all deciding to just take the long rest and let the NPCs hang out here. So there is the wreckage of kind of what was left of this kind of home, essentially. So there's a lot of wood, that's for sure, right? So if you wanted to make a fire, very accessible. And also, the miners, as they were kind of clearing out a lot of the stone, they even found stuff like cookware, kind of like old skillets and pots and stuff like that. They found furniture, which is made of wood. It has since been destroyed, right? But they also found blankets, which are rather dirty, and because the miners were throwing their picks at it, it is kind of holy as well. So they're not the best for resting, but they will do. And there were a lot of blankets in there as well. And as well as you also have a bunch of mining equipment that kind of fell down during the wreckage as well. So you got stuff like pickaxes, shovels, like a mine cart kind of fell down that had a lot of the stuff that they found inside of the house that they were gonna wheel back up, but nothing's wheeling back up anytime soon, I don't think. So that's kind of the gist of what's in the immediate surrounding area.
Well, as one of the resident humans, I would maybe think it wouldn't be a bad idea to see if we can't salvage some of this wood and make them into makeshift torches.
Yeah, maybe in combination with scraps of blanket. Is there any other, like, would the miners have brought any light source with them, like oil lamps or anything like that?
Actually, yeah, I'll say there's lanterns, yeah.
Make sure those blankets don't have any smallpox in them.
Well, you feel like these blankets have been encased in stone for Lord knows how long, so you don't know what could possibly be on these blankets.
Don't touch them; they could petrify you.
They're Medusa blankets.
No, there's no bugs on them or anything. They were just fully encased in stone. They were almost fossilized inside of stone. Yeah, there's no bugs on them or anything. At least when you found them. There's certainly bugs in the cave, if that's what you're wondering. Generic stuff. You got beetles, you got spiders.
Cave crickets.
Cave crickets, yep. Like, I don't know what kind of bugs exist in cave.
Lava, please.
Rock snails.
Oh my god. Flail snails.
Insects that exist in caves. Beetles, crickets, cave crickets, ground beetles, Orthoptera? Yeah. Yep, that's a bug that's found in caves.
Elementary, of course.
There's no wood to claw at or anything.
There's plenty of wood to claw at.
There's no log, I should say. Yeah.
Make a bunch of tinder for Cole when we need to light a fire for him to see. I'll give you something to do. I'm gonna see if I can find. Are the blankets the only cloth that is around, or were there other pieces of furniture that may have had, like, I don't know, like a tablecloth or a wardrobe or anything, upholstery of any kind? I want to see if I can fashion some sacks or backpacks or something, because I'm assuming as adventurers we all have our own backpacks, but the NPCs maybe not necessarily, and we want to be able to carry some supplies. Or at least distribute the load. And once they're up to health, I want them to be able to have something to carry things in.
You know what? In my notes, I didn't have a couch in there, but I like what you're thinking. There was a couch in there.
Okay.
that
So
had upholstery. Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of stretch the limits of my tinkering ability and see if that can apply to crafting a makeshift bag out of upholstery and other materials in the area.
Link that for me again, if you could.
It's a long description.
Yeah. Well, it's like I've always understood
Artisan
tinkering
tools.
as like kind of like little devices. I never really
Yeah.
thought of it as like, you know, making bags, right?
Okay. Well, then I'm still going to try. What do I need to do?
Survival, I guess.
Okay.
I have some carpentry tools. Would that help with anything?
I think we're both trying to fit a square peg into a round hole here. So
Yeah. I mean, if you want to put your combined efforts, I'll take the 17.
Yeah, I was going to say I have a wild magic ability that lets me manipulate chance and this one. I can get advantage on one attack or ability check. So
No, Lena's
or
got
or Lena just got it.
Lena's got it.
All right. Well, I was kind of pushing that too because I think I'm supposed to activate Tides of Chaos before I roll. So
Lena. Not only right. So you see, like Top is struggling with it. He's about to like cast some magic on it or something, and you're just like, no. Step aside. You have no idea what you're doing. And then you not only crafted 3 beautiful bags for the NPCs, but you also had enough just to make just kind of basic cloth that you can do any kind of general purpose stuff in the future with it if you need to.
That's great. Sorry, Topper. I didn't mean to overstep. I just didn't know what it would do if I clicked on it. So.
Well, thank you, Lena. The mission is accomplished, no matter who was the one who accomplished it. I'm glad we have our bags now.
All right, so you all want to do anything else during like while the NPCs are taking their long rest? Cole, I assume you're taking your short rest, so that way you can get your channels of it back.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. So is anyone else doing anything during this time? Okay. You got it. Okay. So, do you have like proficiency in that? Is that something you have, or? So, here's what I will do for you then, because normally the way that I handle big underground caves like this is that I like kind of put the fog of war back behind them as they go. But if you are going to do this, I will just not put fog of war back. So essentially, while you're in at least this big cave, you will be able to know like the path and stuff like that, as long as they have access to Sunara and like her map. So like if you get kidnapped, then it's gonna be and then I might put a lot of that fog back. All right, yeah. So, the rest happens. Nothing kind of weird happens. You know, everyone kind of wakes up and everything. It's just like, all right, now what? And even though Tura was normally the person that takes charge, now she's actually looking towards U5. And it's just like, all right, now what do we do? And it's like, great, all right, cool. We're following some weird prophecy someone got in the dream. All right, take the way, Zale.
Are you quite sure you haven't struck your head on the way down?
And then it's just like, listen, what else am I gonna do?
Okay,
I don't know.
so
I don't know what's down here. You heard there's something down here that wrote "high danger" and "stay still." So the options are we can stay still and stay here, or I guess go towards the danger. But the thing is, the people best equipped to handle danger is U5. So I'm not really in charge of anything here.
okay, so we need to move out of this area and explore our immediate surroundings. I'd like to propose a marching order so we can all stay safe. We should have someone in the front that can be a scout and probably has good perception abilities and maybe fast movement. And then the best fighters right behind them, because the most unexpected things are going to be as we go around the corners that are unexplored. Then there should probably be 2 of us grouped with these NPCs in the back to protect them if anything should happen. We can always run forward and join a fight if necessary, but I think it's important for us to be as close to the NPCs as possible, just in case the unexpected happens.
Those are the NPCs.
Okay.
I will get proper icons for them later. All right, so if you want to get into your marching order and do that, by all means. Does
I think-
Sanra have a dark vision? I think so, yeah? I think Tabaxi have dark vision.
And then I guess Quiet Fur and I can stay as guards for the NPCs, and we'll join anything that comes up as but we want to make sure that they're safe as well. So would it be Quiet Fur and I or Cole? I don't know which one of you is better at hand-to-hand combat. Okay.
My arms are really scrawny, so that should tell you something.
Okay, well then maybe Cole and I should stay with the NPCs, and Quiet Fur can be up to engage any surprises.
Okay, so where, if you guys want to ping where you're moving to, I can reveal more area as you go. Okay. What's the range on that? What was that? You cut out a little bit. Alright, centered on you. There is no magic near you. However, right? Let me quickly. This is something I'm willing to. Where is it? I think there was something there, wasn't there? Or am I wrong? I am wrong. Yeah, mine. Oh, you know, I was thinking of a completely different tabletop RPG when I thought of that. Never mind. All right. All right. So okay, yeah. So you all, you don't detect any magic in this immediate vicinity here.
Thank you. Yeah. We get to the entrance there. Cole and I will stay at the narrow section with the NPCs while you guys explore the bigger room until we're needed. Alan, can you move the? Oh, you did move the NPCs out. Good. Okay.
Yep. I'm bouncing between a whole lot of stuff.
I know you're doing a lot of things.
Okay, so in this room, there isn't actually really anything. It's kind of very similar to that little alcove that y'all started in. There's not really anything on the floor, but the walls have a lot of mushrooms, including glowing mushrooms. Yeah, the glowing mushrooms are acid mushrooms, as you now know. It's pretty dim. It's pretty dim. It's not like, bright daylight, right? But it's enough where, like, once your eyes adjust, if you have dark vision, you see perfectly fine. And if you don't have dark vision, you can see, but, like, you have to, like, kind of squint a little bit. You see, like a lot of shadows, You can. Absolutely. Then you used a torch. It is now a well-lit cavern area.
Well, torches have a light radius too, don't they? Of like 90 feet or something.
Something like that. Now, hold, before you go moving for a second, I need you to move back to where you were. All right, let's look around there. No, it's fine. Just, all right. Can you all give me perception checks?
I'm guessing not me and Cole, or should we participate in that?
No, I want everyone, because it's not exactly a sight thing.
Still trying to decide if I should try it. Yeah, no, that's fine. Everybody else is covering it.
All right. So the only person who hears anything is Lena. The moment, like shortly after the torch is lit and some more of the cavern is kind of illuminated, you hear sounds coming from this way, right, from the east, and it sounds like someone's saying, like, "Wait, do you see that? What's that over there?"
Can I relay that to the rest of the party and just
absolutely can
quickly whisper, this is what I heard, it came from over there.
Okay, so then when you put out the torch, that part's hidden again. And yeah, but you still, now that all of you are aware of the sound, you kind of like know to listen for it now. And you do hear just like, I think someone's over there, and but like you don't really hear footsteps coming over yet.
All right. I don't know. I feel like there could be a number of different ways this can resolve, but since they're speaking to each other in a language that we understand, we have the option to negotiate here and prevent this from becoming a violent encounter. How do we make ourselves look peaceful while still protecting ourselves?
That's a good question. He said, peace will not bore them to death, dear. Everything.
And then Tura kind of interrupts, and it's just like, yeah, what's boring about Zale? He only told us to just keep going into this dark cave. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Zale did send us in this direction. Maybe that is a good idea. Should we... Maybe Lena, Cole, and I can stay here with the NPCs while Quietfur and Sanura go ahead alone. So 2 people is less threatening than all 7 of us, and see if they can make peaceful contact with whoever that is. And it shouldn't be too much of a stretch for if anything happens, the 3 of us can run up and back them up within 1 combat round if necessary. I was trying to suggest someone to accompany Quietfur. If you don't want to do it, then maybe someone else could volunteer.
Oh, fine, I will go. I'm quite the diplomat, you see. Ooh, me first.
Okay, do you both have dark vision?
I'm a human with soft skin.
Ah, all right. Well, then I guess you're not really going to see super well unless you light up a torch.
I'm going to hang on to his coattail. Hey, Alan, can you give us an idea of where the the light goes as far as like what's dim, what's like darkness?
So because it's like the luminous. So you have the torch on currently.
No, I just meant with the regular local light, basically?
So like the local light, just like the one that's like on the wall, is essentially like if you're near the wall, you can see fine. But like the more you stray away from the wall, the harder, like it gets significantly harder to see. So
Right.
like,
So, like, what kind of distance are we talking about? 15 feet or 20 feet, and then it's darkness, or like
yeah, I would say
dim
like,
light,
like after like 15 feet, it becomes like dim light. Yeah.
and then
like,
beyond that point.
yeah, so like between like I would say like probably like 15 feet away from the walls, it's like well, I would say like when you're right next to the wall, I would say it's like reasonably bright, right? If someone's near the wall, you can see them, right? In fact, I will say this much, right? Do you? I'm trying. How do I want to handle that? Because they are near the wall.
Like with the mushrooms on the far wall, however far that might be casting any shadows towards us or anything.
You can just see the far wall. That's the thing.
Okay.
I would argue, right? Even if you can't see everything inside super clearly.
Right.
Everything would just kind of be like a shadow. So you know what? If you like step forward to like here, I will literally illuminate this entire cavern.
You're going that way anyway.
Yeah, so because you also will have a torch, right?
Well, I just wanted to know. I was wondering if I should actually light the torch rather than, like, I don't know. They can't see us right now, so we've kind of got somewhat of a, I don't know, advantage. We're giving the heads up early on. If I light the torch, I just assume. What do you think?
Are you just trying to find out if you're going to be like in danger walking in complete darkness and might trip on something? Because I think he's described it enough that you can see where you're walking.
No, I'm just worried.
Like,
I know that in the game rules, like being in like dim light is different than being in like darkness as far as like mechanics.
Oh,
right. Yeah. So I would say like once you're like probably 30 feet away from the walls, you're in darkness or something. I would probably say.
that's 6 squares.
Yeah.
So there's only a few spots in this cave that would match that criteria.
Right. So yeah, if that's the case, then do I even need a torch?
All right. So you're lighting it.
Sure.
Alrighty. So now this much is revealed. If you step out a little bit more, it'll reveal more, of course. You can try doing a perception check, yeah.
I will assist you. I'm glad that I assisted you.
With a 10, you don't really see anything. Yeah, you don't really see any traps on the ground, at least in the lit area currently.
He rolled a 6. He rolled a 6.
Yeah, but I was assisting him, so he should have advantage, should he not?
What was his first perception? Oh, no, that was from the pre... Oh, that's right, yeah. So if you're giving each other assistance, then all right, then yeah, you have a 16. But yeah, you still don't see any traps on the floor or anything. Oh, okay, so you're going there. Excellent. So, hit the wrong button. Oop, look at that. There's people. All right. So now you've like effectively made eye contact with them, and they're just gonna call out, just like, "Stop! Who are you?"
Cole, are you up there too?
Who's Zale? Who are you with? That wasn't the question. Who are you with? Zale sounds pretty weak, might I say. What's a drought?
Oh, this is the blind leading the blind. Oh my god.
And then some of them kind of seem to start getting like a little bit aggressive, right? And they're just like, and eventually he kind of, like some of them kind of start to ready their weapons. And it's just like, where are you from, Zale?
We're from... Sorry, go ahead. We're from the surface. We've come down here by accident. We're looking to get our way back up there.
Like, as you say, like, from the surface, they kind of smile a little bit. It's just like, one of the fallen. Get them, boys! And if y'all want us to roll for initiative...
All right, do we all hear the Get 'em boys?
All of you hear the Get 'em boys. Yup.
Okay.
Do...
Fools rushing.
We need to wait for the initiative tracker to be available for us to.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, I have to clear this. The one for the mushrooms is here. There we go.
Wait.
All right. I'm trying to load.
I forgot how to do this.
I'm trying to load up the music real quick.
There we go.
All right, so now I need to add a turn. And an important thing to note, can you all give me like a quick perception check before combat starts in regards to kind of what you see here?
Ellen, can you mark me down with a 17 initiative? That's what I rolled initially, but the initiative tracker kind of got screwed up there.
Yeah, wait, who asked that? Sorry, I was busy.
Dave, it's cold.
And you got a 17.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I need to quickly add these guys.
We have to wait for actual initiative order to start doing movement and stuff. But
Yeah.
this was a known part of the plan. We were going to be a few feet behind them when stuff engaged. Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, that's weird. It reset Cole's initiative. How odd. There we go. It's 17 now. Oh, we got a 16. We got a 19. We got a 5. We got a 7.
Mine's still showing at 0.
7. I might fix those in a second. One moment. There we
Excellent.
go. And descending. So an important thing that some of you might see is that there is a young lady in the back. She is chained up with a like lead collar kind of like around her neck and chains that kind of like attached to her hands. And she's just kind of huddled up on the ground.
Is that this?
Yep, that is
Okay.
her back here. Yep. All
Hi.
right.
Damsel in distress.
You can tell that her age is like 6, by the way.
Ew. Not a damsel.
Yeah, like she's like in the realm of like 5 to 7 or something like that.
Or a
A
halfling.
child.
Yeah, or a halfling. Okay, yeah, sure. All right. So we're gonna have this first guy here. Let me remind myself of the reach of this weapon. Oh, that is more than enough. All right, he's going to take out his longbow and attempt an attack against Quietfur, and it's just going to be. And he's going to kind of pull back, and he's going to just kind of yell, "Suck on this, Zale!" What's your
Pardon me.
what's your AC, Quietfur? You said 12? All right, that hits. Go ahead and take 7 for me, please. And that is that man's turn. And now it's this one, and he will also take out his longbow and attempt an attack. But this one is going to go against Cole. I'm pretty sure this misses, but Cole, remind me of your AC.
16.
Yep, this one misses.
Lord, protect me!
And now this one's going to take an attack, also with the longbow, also against Cole. Roll. Miss. All right. Cole, take your turn.
Okay. Just 1 second. Let me just see the battlefield here. Does anybody know what a light crossbow does off the top of their head, range-wise?
Right, the range. I might have that. I have a light crossbow, so that's just an attack.
It is 80,
Range.
320.
Okay. Who are you attacking? Remind me.
80. Yeah.
I don't know yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, okay.
Each square is 5 per normal, right?
Yeah. If you bust out the ruler tool on the side, and like no snapping helps for stuff like range.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
was nice
sorry.
looking,
You're
dude.
good.
In range.
Yeah, you're in range.
All right. So I'll pull out my light crossbow.
Yep. Go ahead and roll damage, because that does hit. Oh, wait, no. Oh, Topper rolled it. Never mind. Yeah, so you roll. Yep, that hits.
A 3.
Unfortunate, but okay. Where's my tape? I found it. I gotta use a digital platform for playing D&D, but I still keep track of everything with paper. Feels good. All right.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. Alright, and which one is this guy? Okay, he's that one. Okay. Real quick, I need to pause, because I gotta pee real bad. So, sorry.
Bio break.
So, yeah, quick bio break. Alright, I drank a lot of water, so let me just take care of that real quick.
Smoke them if you have them.
I've had enough smoke all week. You guys are all on the East Coast, right?
Yeah, we're like right above Maine.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you're dealing with fires. I'm in Seattle, so I got all the fire smoke up here too. Yeah. I know everything is orange. What am I even looking at? Oh, okay. Yeah. But all that smoke is pretty messed up, yeah.
That's okay. We have Zale on our side.
This is what the sky looks like from my backyard yesterday. yeah, sepia tone. Yeah, they said get him, boys. And he said we all heard that. Yeah, if we had planned a little better, we could have had ready actions for this kind of an event, and then we would be up next to you guys. But next time, I guess.
No planning survives contact with the enemy.
I was a little bit optimistic about that. That's true. This is appropriate planning for a level 1 character. We're not veteran mercenaries or anything.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Yes. All right. Excellent. Everybody here?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's continue. So, so you dealt 3 damage to this boy here. All right. So is that your turn?
You damage shame me, sir. Resent that. Yeah,
All right.
I'm good.
All right, Quiet Fear, what do you want to do? Just to remind you, because you didn't use this last session, you do have your ASMR form as well.
This ASMR form.
Is that a level 3? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm gonna move there, by the way, just FYI.
Okay.
I think we should draw them to us if at all possible.
That's going to be difficult with them using longbows. We're going to have to go around this corner and take cover.
No crap. Well, I mean, there's that.
You can? Yep.
I mean, we could have actually 3/4 covered back here if they're going to stay in range, whereas they have to come around the corner to come shoot at us.
I'll do that.
Okay. I'm saying it might not be a bad idea just to hang around here because it is a bottleneck of sorts if we can draw them to us, but you know.
Okay. All right. It just like walks back in the corner like, all right, so peace didn't really work out. I got one of these and points to like the arrow stuck in his arm. So it's time to rock and roll.
I said parlay. What the hell?
All right, so next up is this boy right here.
They have very high initiative rolls.
They got very good initiative. He missed.
Either they got good rolls or these are very dexterous villains.
That is 100% a miss. Yep. All right, cool. Next up. All right, Sonora, what are you doing? Yeah, sure. Yeah, because they don't know that the rest of you are there yet. They've only seen Cole and Quietfur at this point.
I think their line of sight is around where they were standing. So if we're behind this area, unless they move forward, you can't see us.
Fool.
say they still haven't seen you, and you're pretty far out of their vision. I'll let you do that, yeah. I do want to say, if you're making an attempt to hide, the moment you shoot, that's gone. Okay. Click on Hunch's mark in your spells. There we go. It is a bonus action. Excellent. And,
90 feet, though.
yeah. Barely on this guy. Yeah. So you can like, if you like poke around the corner, you can mark this guy here. All right. So you use that. There's no save and throw for it, so he just gets it. Which of these do I want to use for punches? A net? No, it's not a net. Yeah, sure, that. All right. Do you want to attack as well? Go for it. Oh, nice. All right. Well, I'm assuming you're attacking the Hunter's Mark fella, right? All right. Go ahead and roll the damage. Nice. Well, sometimes you're on fire with these crits. All right, because let me tell you something. You fire a shot, and he just dies from that outright. Yeah.
No one likes to show off. Just saying.
Yeah. So this guy fires an arrow at Cole, right? And he's just like, put him in chains, blah! And then just like right through his skull, and he just slumps down to the ground. And I'm pretty sure that you can mark a new creature on your next turn. Yeah, you can use your bonus action on the next turn to mark a different creature. And then as he like slumps to the ground, you hear another bandit say like, "They have more! After them!" All right, Topper, your go.
Okay. Well, you don't get to do 2 movements in one turn.
Yeah, you don't get to do 2 movements. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a feat that allows you to attack during a movement action. So, okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the NPCs to go back to where we go back to the debris pile and try to hide a bit. We'll come get them when the coast is clear.
All right, and then as like they like walk away, you kind of hear Tura say like, "We could have stayed still. It said danger, but no, we gotta explore." No, and then like she just kind of keeps like ranting as she walks away.
Ashley, did you have any movement left?
Me?
Yeah. You didn't go your full 30, right? So you can move 20, do your action, and then move back 10 if you wanted to. You can completely use all of your... You can attack, move.
Can you?
Oh,
Definitely.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right. So let's see. I need to get into a 120 range. That's right there. Okay, so stay as safe as I can.
FYI, so the measurement tool in Roll20 is a little odd. Right? Because if you use the one that's that uses snapping, it does something kind of weird with it. Whereas if you use no snapping, it uses like actual math to figure out how far something is.
Oh, because it does something with the
Yeah, it does
the
stuff
angles.
with the grid. Yeah.
Okay. No snapping. I see. So 120 is actually quite a bit farther than that. That's fine. And I was trying to decide if I wanted to go for these farther guys or not, but I'll go after this guy here, or who? I think there's only one. The one wounded guy only took 3 hit points already, right?
Yeah. Which
Okay,
one was
so
it?
I think it was this guy that got wounded, but I'm going for the guy on the top, and I am going to bring out the big guns and cast Chaos Bolt.
Go for it. 14. That is a hit. Roll that damage for me. Oh boy! All right, and who are you hitting? The one that's already wounded.
Now, how? No, this guy.
This guy? Okay. And the damage on that, if I recall, it's either. I had to actually look that up.
It's I have to roll a d8 to determine the damage type every time.
No, it's actually use the d8s from the damage roll for it.
Oh, but it doesn't show me. Oh, there you have to hover to see the damage.
So
it was a
6 and
it was a
3.
6. A 6 is the damage roll, so that is poison.
Okay, so there's 2 d8s, right? You choose one of the d8s to use for the damage type.
Oh, I thought it was just the first one. Okay, so I can pick poison or fire.
Yep.
I'll do fire.
Okie dokie.
Always impressive.
Yeah, so you get a good hit, and he took 15 damage, and he is currently in bloodied state, right? So he is very, very close to death.
Nice.
And he has like some fires on him, he's getting some burns, like trying to pat himself out, right? But, he manages to stop it. And I need to remind myself what his number is, because I assigned everybody a number. What number is he? Wait, hold on a second. Did I count someone twice on accident? No, I didn't. Oh, okay, I found him. We're good. I swear I'm organized, I promise.
It's all good, man.
Wait, actually, I can put the number in here. Oh, yeah, I can just do that. Alright, so that was your turn, yeah?
Yes.
Alrighty. Lena, what would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna move up just a little bit to here. And then I'm going to try to hit the guy at the top with my longbow.
Great.
Okay. That hits. Roll damage. You barely even need to roll damage, because I promise you, he is dead. Alrighty. Skulls. Nice. So after you got hit by a little firebolt, just an arrow follows shortly after the firebolt and just is the final strike that just knocks him right out. Alright. Next up is one of the banditos. He's gonna take quite a few steps forward. And he's going to take a couple of longbow shots. They both miss. Nice.
Thank God.
All right. And now we're going to have this bandity boy. Going to run up. Make some attack attempts against Colt. I swear to God, these enemies have awful luck. All right. Well, yeah, they miss. Next enemies. This one will also kind of run up. Take their attack. What the? Dex. All right. All right.
I am protected.
That one's dead.
Sail.
Sail. All right. All right. Let's see if this one can do anything. Finally! Oh my God. and an actual attack lands. All right. That's D8. Cole, you take 6 piercing damage.
How rude.
All right, and speaking of which, Cole, it is now your turn after you just got struck by an arrow.
Which one of these kind gentlemen shot me?
It was this one, good sir.
Well, you know, all is fair in love and war.
Another light crossbow hit. That is a 9. That will miss, good sir.
Poop. I will retreat.
All right. All right, Quietford, what do you want to do? I want to point out these guys have multi-attack.
Yeah, we noticed.
Yeah, they're just they're not doing so great. They do, yeah. Alrighty. Can you turn into a bear? Ah, okay, you're moved. Got it. Yep. Yep. Don't worry, I actually already have the bear page because in the group yesterday he also turned into a bear. So go for it.
Have some bear charging out of the darkness at these guys.
You can. I think this. Okay, the speed of the bear is 40. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Now it's one of the enemy. Nope, that guy's dead. Never mind. All right. So, all right, Sanara, what would you like to do? Go for it.
Yep.
That's a hit. Roll
Move your
damage.
hunter's mark.
Good shot.
Oh, yeah. You can also move your hunter's mark. Okie dokie. So mark them. That one. All right. So he took 7 damage total. Not bloodied yet, but he's hurt. Okie dokie. Topper, you're up.
All right. Where's everybody else at on using things that need recharging? I don't want to burn all my big spells, but I can if we're going to be resting.
Well, I haven't used any of my spells yet.
Okay, I'll stick to cantrips for the rest of the fight then.
I think it's important you assess, like, you know what I mean, like at the time and stuff. I think it's a thing though.
All right. Firebolt at this guy. Or wait, who's the wounded one? This one?
Yep.
Firebolt. That's probably a miss.
That is a absolutely a miss. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not gonna move though.
Okie dokie. Lena, you're up.
Okay, I think I'm gonna stay put. But I'm gonna do this. Oh,
Attacking this top one? Alright.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think that's a natural one.
That is an automatic miss. Yep. Unfortunate. Are you moving?
No, no, I think I'm gonna stay put, actually.
Okie dokie. Next up is this guy that's taken quite a beating, and he's just gonna shout, "Holy shit, a bear!" And it's gonna...
when you're saying this guy, we're not seeing your
Really?
your pointer. Yeah.
This guy
There
right
we
here?
go.
Oh, okay.
Now, didn't I?
Do all right, and they're gonna focus their his longbow attacks on you. Your AC as a brown bear is 11, and these will both hit. Pew pew. Yep. Can you take for me 11 piercing damage to your bear form? All right. Next up, well, actually, so before his turn ends, he's actually going to kind of yell back at the guy that was actually Hunter's marked and just yell, "This is getting dicey. Just take the girl and run!" And then as that guy's turn comes up, he's going to take his dash action and and he's going to run over here, grab the chain, and attempt to lead her away. And they go this way with the remaining speed that he does have.
All right. Let's stop that.
And that is his turn. Next up is this bandit boy, also going to attempt both longbow attacks. They both miss. Excellent. All right, next. All right, and then is that guy's dead. And then this guy is going to attempt 2 longbow attacks. One of them hits. Can you take 8 piercing damage from me? All right, and then next up. What are you doing?
Sorry, it's my bad.
Oh, okay. All right, Cole, you're up.
Okay, I will move up.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to move this guy, because he definitely also tries to move backwards after his turn.
Okay, so the battlefield is static right now? These guys have all moved, right?
Yeah. The battlefield is ready to go.
I will be shooting this sir here.
Go for it. Unfortunately, that is it.
Crap! That's my turn.
All right. Next up, Quietfur, what are you doing? It doesn't matter. Okay, go ahead and roll it. Nice. All right. Go for it. They're both a d20 plus 5. Woo! Both of those hit. So go ahead and roll the damage. Well, I'll tell you with the first attack, he is dead. Yep.
Rip his head off.
Yeah. So So he's just like, take the girl and run, and he turns back, and the bear just like fucking rampages him down, and just bites his neck out. All right, and is that your turn? Excellent. All right, next up, that guy's dead. All right, Sonora, what are you doing? Absolutely. Oh, that's unfortunate. You tried. Topper, you're up.
I can only, if I want to make a combat action, I can only move my base movement speed, and also do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Who has the torch currently?
Is
Who
it
does?
lit?
Cole does.
Okay.
Okay. Can I see this guy that ran away? The girl.
I'm gonna say no, because that is not only beyond dark vision, but it's also beyond torch range.
Okay. Is it did he run in a known direction?
He ran to the east.
I guess I'm trying, like, he ran straight that way, like, right? And could I tell if he was like hindered at all by trying to drag the girl with him?
No, she doesn't actually seem to be resisting that much.
Okay.
She just kind of stood up and started following.
He's into bondage.
Is this guy's head detached from his
Oh,
body?
wait, she's a child. Sorry, let me retract that.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything.
Keep on forgetting she's just a child. I'm like, oh no. No.
Nope.
Abort.
All right.
Gotta go, guys. Sorry.
All right. So what was the question about this guy here?
Is this guy's head detached from his body?
It depends on how long Quiet for gnawed on his neck for.
No.
All right, it's barely attached by like a few tendons. Yeah.
All right. So here's what I want to do. I want to use my catapult spell, which has a range of 150 feet. So basically, anything within 150 feet is a valid target to catapult in a direction which will fly for 90 feet.
Yeah.
It has to be less than 5 pounds. So I want to shoot this guy's head at the guy that ran away.
You forgot something.
And the details of the spell is I just specify a direction that it goes in, and it goes in that direction. It collides with anything in that line, and if it's a living target, they get to make a reflex saving throw.
I do want to remind you that the girl is behind him.
She's also shorter.
Okay, yeah, she's short. All right, yeah.
3/4 cover.
I'm literally shooting in the dark here, but this is what.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So the object is going to fly in a straight line up to 90 feet in a direction you choose before falling to the ground, stopping early if it impacts a solid surface. If the object would strike a creature, that creature can make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. In either case, both object and creature or solid surface take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
I want to point out that at any point you could have picked up a rock in the cave, but you chose the head.
Heck yeah. Dramatic effect.
Good for you. Good for you. I applaud it, but I'm just saying.
So I guess the first answer is
I'll let you catapult. I will let you catapult.
Yeah, so then I'm just shooting it in a straight line this way.
Okay.
And does that I guess we won't know the results unless there's some sort of sound associated with it hitting either the person or a wall. So
okay. I mean I just saw your PM. All right, yeah. So, all right, are you committing to this?
Yes.
All right, yeah. So you cast it on the head, and the head, just from its few tendons left, just like flies off the body, and sails in that direction. Let me check a couple of things here. Oh, I was not expecting this. What's the save to dodge it?
It just says dexterity saving throw, which I guess I have like a spell saving throw of some kind I need to tell you. Spell save DC 12.
12. All right. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, shit.
Yes.
All right. Well, yeah, you got him.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage. That's 3d6.
8.
3d8?
Let me double check.
I could also roll it for you if you want.
I'm just checking the spell description.
It's 3d8. I've got it up here.
3d8. Yeah, 3d8.
All right. You want to roll it or you want me to roll it?
I got it.
12. All right. So, yeah, you just...
12 plus covered in gore.
Yeah, so, yeah, you just, like, fling this head into, like, the darkness, and you just hear, like, a... Ah!
And that's how you get ahead.
It's going to be my signature move. Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's so frustrating. Oh, my God. All right, yeah, you got ahead, yeah. All right, is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that.
All righty. Lena, what would you like to do?
So, a quick question, because I don't remember. Is this one, is that one dead?
No.
It's not dead. Okay.
If they're dead, I marked like their skull and crossbones on it.
Okay. So, I'm going to move first.
Okay.
To be the thing I do. Thanks. And I will try to hit that top one there that's left alive with my longbow.
Okie dokie. Give it a shot. That is, yep, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 8 piercing damage. He is bloodied.
And that's it for me. Thank you.
Alrighty. Next up, that guy's dead. Next up is the guy that just got railed in the head by another head. And he's going to try to move. All right, and that'll be his turn. He's not going to try and do much else. Next up is the guy that just got hit by an arrow from Lena, and he's going to attempt 2 shots, specifically against the bear. One of them is a crit, so wow. All right, sure, yeah. All right, that's 7. And he will attempt to move backwards. So, Quiper, you take 7 points of damage to your bear form. All right, and then that will be his turn. And then next up, that guy's dead. This guy's not dead. He will also attempt 2 longbow attacks against Smokey the bear. And, oh, they both hit, and one is a crit. So, in total, can you take for me to your bear form? I need to look at this modifier again. Yep, okay. This will be 18 piercing damage total from both of these attacks.
Oh.
All right. Okie dokie. Important question. When you leave bear form, are you still gnawing on what's left of this man's neck?
Awkward.
Alrighty. Alright. And then this guy tries to leave. Quiper, you have dark vision, right? Alright, so you see a little bit further. Look around there-ish. Alright, next up, Cole.
Okay, well, I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to aim for the guy that's bloodied.
Go for it.
I got no luck.
That is a miss. Sorry. Alright, Quietfur, you're up. You just got knocked out of bear form. You had your first taste of blood. What would you like to do? All right. Let me pull up the stats for Tiger real quick. There they are. All right, and you're doing an attack. Did you attempt to pounce him? Okie dokie. So go ahead and roll that. It's a claw attack, so that'd be a d20 plus 5. That is a hit. So go ahead and roll the damage for your claw, which is a d8 plus 3. All right, and then I will attempt a saving throw for him. He gets knocked prone. And then, yeah, he takes... Oh, you're doing another attack? Do you get multiple attacks? Oh, nice. All right. All right, and And you do gain advantage, I believe, on since he's prone. They both miss, unfortunately. Yeah, alright. Cool. Tight. Good turn. Alright, that guy's dead. Alright, Sanara, what are you up to? Dash, you absolutely may. I was wondering why the music was so loud. I still have it playing in a YouTube tab.
Ah.
Oh, and then, wait. Oh, I never even started the music. No, oh, man, I messed up. Oh, man.
It's not the worst thing in the world. It's a very engaging combat. I don't think we even noticed.
No. Like, music is like one of the most important things to me about playing tabletop RPGs. Alright. Anyway, so you dashed, yeah? Yep, because that you do use an action for that. Let me quickly see how far you can see. Yeah, so you can see like that. Wrong button. Alright, so you can see this guy still trying to run away.
That's the second guy that was not towing the...
Yeah, he was not hit. Yeah, he was not towing the girl behind him. Yep.
Okay.
Okie dokie. And that is your turn. Topper, what are you doing?
Alright, I'm going to move ahead again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And... Can I try to hit this guy with something? Yeah. I'll firebolt.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos as well to make sure that I hit.
Okie dokie.
That is basically using my wild magic abilities to give me advantage on any on the next roll.
Yep. Oh, nice.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be good for me. Nice. All right. Well, you definitely bloodied him. He's in a very similar spot as his friend was a little while ago, where you hit him, and he kind of starts patting out some flames. He has some burns starting to form on his skin. He's not dead, but he's certainly not looking good. All right. And then next up is Lena.
Okay. I'm not sure if I can reach that guy. Let me just check real quick. I didn't realize there was one still on the map.
He was behind the shadow.
Yeah. He ran into the fog of war. He's trying to run away.
Okay. I didn't move my map over far enough, so I couldn't see him. So, I guess I'll try and hit him with my longbow.
All right, go for it. All right, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. And that is a kill. Yeah, so he's trying to run away. He's like trying to fire some longbow shots back. He kind of turns around and he just gets hit by a firebolt in the back. And then again, same as previously, immediately followed by an arrow.
Hopper and Lena, the 1-2 combo, light him up and take him down.
Right.
All right, and yeah, he will go down. So the only two alive is the one that Quifer is currently on top of, and the one that is currently in the fog, running away with the young lady. All right. So next up, that one's dead. That one's running away. I'm gonna help him run away a little bit more. All right. Next up, is this one dead? Yeah, so this guy is going to try to stand up, the guy that's underneath Quietfur currently. And he's going to attempt to take his action to run away. with a dash action, but he does leave your attack range. Do you want to make an attack of opportunity? Yep. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. It would just be claws or bite, whichever you want to use. All right. Yeah. So he tries to like stand up and like scramble away, but you just like sink your teeth into his leg and just drag him back as you just end his life before he ever had a chance to scurry away. All right. So all 5 of these are now dead, right? If you want to give chase, you will stay in initiative. If you do not want to give chase, then we can leave initiative now.
I said chase.
Yeah, I'd say chase as well.
Chase? Alrighty. So Cole, it's your turn for the chase.
From the dash.
Yep.
That's me.
Yep. So since you have the torch, give me a second to. All right. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you reveal about up to here, and also, by the way, it was around. Let me put a little piece of text here. Right here. Head. Did it not get placed? There we go. Yep, there we go. So, so the head is kind of currently laying about here-ish. All right, Quietfur, you're up. What would you like to do? You can dash and go for 80. Okie dokie. And then, oh yeah, no, you definitely see him here. Yeah. All right, next. Yeah, so then you do see him, and he sees the tiger behind him, and then you just hear him say, "Oh shit, it's a tiger now! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!" All right, that guy's dead. Sanara, what are you up to? One of them is your fault. The one on the bottom specifically. He literally didn't see it coming. That's true, yeah. Honestly, of all the ways that people have gone in this fight, he kind of went the best way, to be honest. One got eaten by a bear, another one got chomped on by a tiger, and the other 2 got lit ablaze and followed by an arrow between the eyes. That guy went fast. All right.
Is that your double move, or was that a normal movement?
Oh, no, you have your dash as well. A dash is just like an action that you can take. They are not the same thing.
Everybody can use their standard action as a movement, which effectively allows us to move twice in a turn. But it sounds like you have an ability to move double your speed.
But it doesn't like take any action for you to do that when you use feline agility.
If she doubles her speed, can she move twice her speed twice by dashing during that same turn?
I put a hard no on that one.
Okay, just checking.
I will triple it. I will not let. Yeah, I will let you triple it. I will not let you quadruple it.
Okay.
Yeah, because you did use your dash. Yeah, you can use your feline agility and your dash if you want to go an additional 60 feet.
You can catch up to Quietfur.
And you can't. No, use your dash for your action, so you cannot attack.
Next turn.
All right.
Counting on you guys.
All right, Topper, Topper, you're kind of far behind, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep going just in case there's something I could do when I eventually get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a dash for me.
Alrighty. And I'm assuming you're not doing anything else here?
No.
Alrighty. Lena, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna dash as well, I think, just to get myself closer. I'm at the rear again. There we go.
Excellent, excellent. And then next up is this guy who's currently trying to run away. And he's just like, trying to run. He's just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. But he is effectively kind of dragging this girl behind him. Even though she is walking, she's not running with him. So he does have to kind of stop every now and then and kind of give a tug to keep going. All right, and then the rest of these bandits are dead. Cole, what are you up to?
Yeah, I'm going to dash as well.
All righty.
I think that's it for me.
Okie dokie. Quietfer, what would you like to do? Okay. All right. And that will give you that will give you an attack of opportunity if he tries to leave. So that's a good one right
that's
there.
Convenient.
That is extremely convenient. Exactly. All right, that guy's dead. Sonara, what would you like to do? Sonara, kitty lady. Is she there? Ah, okay. No, I don't do friendly fire. Go for it. All right. Oh!
Yeah.
Roll that damn. Oh!
Nice.
You get him square in the neck, and I'm not even gonna make you roll your hunter's mark damage because that in the neck that kills him. Yeah, so he's trying to run away. He's like panicking, and then you just get him right through the neck. Some blood kind of spurts out the other side, and he just kind of like slumps to the ground as he kind of writhes a little bit because he's not fully dead yet. But give him a few seconds. He'll be there.
Not quite dead.
Just take him prisoner.
Very coldly. She actually doesn't seem to have much of a reaction at all. I like how you say yikes.
Are these
All right.
humans?
No, these are actually all elves, except for the girl. She is a human.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So let me go back to the ambient sound effects because combat is currently over. Yep. The sound effects and everything. All right, so so he dies, and now she's just kind of like standing there. Now what do you do?
Oh no! Oh, we We should probably capture him, guys. I mean, I can cast Spare the Dying on him. We can take him prisoner and ask him questions. Unless he's dead.
No, he's pretty dead. But like, if you have someone that can't bring him back, like,
Well,
which
I mean,
would
if he's
put at level 2.
well, no.
So, to make sure that you are aware, like, the way I described his death was mostly just flavor, right? Because she dealt way more damage than she needed to kill him. So, he's 100% dead. Yeah.
Okay, disregard then.
Yeah, like, the flavor was, like, he slumped to the ground and he lost his life, like, 3 seconds later.
Okay. I was gonna do Spare the Dying, but if he's already dead.
Yeah. Dead. All right.
Whatever you need to do to avoid using rations, right?
Yeah, and this like little girl, by the way, is like just still kind of watching you.
Okay.
You like
Of course, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Excellent. Be right back.
Hello.
I have returned.
It was a fun combat.
Yeah. Skull catapult.
I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna try to throughout my entire adventuring career avoid casting catapult on rocks at all. If I can use that spell only on non-rock things, that will be my goal.
Yeah, so far we've had dynamite and we've also had heads. What is stunning is that like I did make her roll the dexterity check, right? Because like she was in the way, right? So like by some miracle she got a 19 on it.
Wow.
So in my head, I just visualize this guy just be like, oh, come on, let's go. And then she like looks behind her, sees a head coming, just casually sidesteps it, and he just gets railed by this thing in the back of the head.
That's awesome.
He got like a 3, so he just got like conked out completely.
Sad that I rolled so low on the damage, but it was very cinematic. I like it.
Worth it. Completely worth it.
Yeah. I mean, it was enough damage to allow that last hit to just take him out, you know. So that was nice.
What you need to do is find out some sort of reactionary bonus spell where like somebody can light on fire while you sling it forward.
So that way the 1-2 punch of fire followed by projectile can continue.
If there's some meta magic that allows me to add elemental damage to any one of my spells, then that would totally do it, wouldn't it?
Unfortunately, there is nothing like that. I don't think.
Oh man.
Yeah.
There was one in 3rd edition that let you replace any elemental damage with a different element, so you could cast
There's
Fireball but make it thunder and that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah, elemental spell is one of them, right? That's an unearthed arcana that exists that I'm willing to like let you take that allows you to like convert damage type. So you can convert like acid, cold, fire, lightning, thunder to like any of the other ones.
Yeah, a friend of mine did an analysis of all the monsters in 3rd edition, or at least all the monsters in the primary monster manuals, and determined that fire is the weakest element because more monsters have resistance and immunity to fire than any other element, even though it's the most cinematic as an attack. You know, a more effective elemental attack is like thunder or cold, because less things have immunity to that, you know.
Yeah. It's kind of like like one of the guys in the other group, he wanted to try playing a Spore Druid, which has like a lot of poison damage, and he changed his mind. I would have appreciated if he didn't change his mind based on this, like this particular thing, but when he found out that like a lot of enemies have poison resistance in 5e, he was like, maybe not then. I'm just like, all right, hold on. Like, I want people to have fun, first and foremost, right? So it's not like I'm going to try to, like, you know, gimp you by, like, only giving you, like, you know, poison resistant enemies or something.
Yeah. Well, like you had that guy run away, and when you have the guys provoke opportunity attacks, I always have to make that decision when I'm running a combat too, where it's just like, how often are these guys going to be the best technicians, and how often are they just going to be cowards and run away? You know?
Yeah. So like in that case, like that's essentially what I decided, right? I was like, all right, there's currently a tiger on top of this guy. His friends are dying. How clearly is he going to think in this moment? Probably not clearly at all. And you just fight, drag back. Where do you think you're going?
Yeah.
You guys ever watched that animated spell book on YouTube?
I've seen a few of the videos. I don't watch it super often.
Yeah, they're good stuff.
Well, the videos I've seen are great. Yeah.
So we're good whenever you guys want to start.
What was that?
We're good whenever you guys want to start again. No rush. I just didn't know what the time was.
Yeah. Still waiting for
Kevin?
Kevin and Ash. Yeah.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say the whole thing with the resistances and stuff. It's like you want, again, this, you kind of wonder if it's like, okay, is it the rule of cool or is it metagaming? If you like take the thing that's the least likely or the most likely to do damage all the time. You know?
Yeah, well, it's just you end up min-maxing your characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, 4th edition was particularly vulnerable to that because of the diversity of skills you could pick from for all the characters. I tried running a 4th edition campaign and had one of my players just make this fighter that was almost unstoppable because he had taken all these abilities that allowed him to control what square the enemy was in. Like, you could push people around like pawns on a chessboard, and he would just like move people into spaces and then make them provoke attacks of opportunity and stuff. It was crazy, you know.
Yeah, that's one addition I didn't actually. I was getting back into role playing after like quite a bit of time. I was like, oh, you know, I don't know if I'm going to go with Pathfinder or D&D, and then the 5th edition had like just come out maybe like 6 months before that, and like so I consider myself kind of lucky because I've heard some good things about 4th edition, but the majority of the community seemed to really dislike it.
I think it was really rejected on principle. In my opinion, it's a really good game, as a role-playing game. It's great. It just doesn't feel like D&D, and so it wasn't received by the D&D community as a good as a like fun thing to play. But you know, as a role-playing game, it was very innovative. It incorporated a lot of elements that video games typically have, which make video games fun. And it was just sort of a board game of a video game almost. And I really liked that. So, but it did limit a lot of your options. It was very combat focused. It wasn't a lot of role play opportunity, or either there wasn't role play opportunity, or the role play was very open ended and not rules based. So, depending on how the DM wanted to use it, you know, it was all about the combat grid. All your abilities related to what square you were on and where the people were related to you. You know.
Right. Yeah. I think the only thing I'd seen on it was I think Matt Colville had done kind of like a quick and dirty version of like what happened with 4th edition and stuff, and I was like, oh, that sounds like it might have been interesting, but again, like had they branded it like, oh, this is the Magic the Gathering version of a role-playing game, but they slapped it into D&D, which again,
how do you chain the
while you're clicking in Dragon, right click, and then it'll allow you to make a point.
Oh, okay. I just noticed it to hide from others, so you don't have to like show everybody what you're measuring during their turn. Okay. Yeah, and then as much as I liked 4th edition, I never really got into 5th edition until now. So.
And the other thing I understood too is there was so much like there had to be some sort of like investment in cards and extra crap that you like to play the game.
Well, you didn't need it, but it really helped. And like what my players ended up doing is I just bought a like big bulk pack of index cards from Costco and handed them out so that every time they leveled up or picked new abilities, they would just write out their full skill set on an index card and manage their own stuff, you know, and that worked. But if there was a prepackaged set like deck of abilities, then that made everything so much easier, you know. But it kind of sucked that you bought the book that had all those rules in it, and then you also had to buy a deck for almost the same price, you know.
It sounds like almost the same argument behind D&D Beyond. Although I understand that's a licensing thing. Like it's not owned by the Wizards of the Coast, therefore it has to be licensed by. I think it's the same guys that did the World of Warcraft wiki or something like that, wasn't it? I forget what their name was, but
Roll20 seems to be working perfectly fine, so I think we're okay with that.
Yeah, and the nice thing is like combined with D&D Beyond, like if you've got even the basic rule set, you can pop in stuff like swords and you know what I mean, like to make it so it's clickable in combat. So it's kind of nice that way.
All right, so I think everyone's back. Yeah. Excellent. So yeah, currently you have Quietford just suddenly decided he's cool cannibalism and snacking on this dude. This little girl's just kind of looking at him, just like, oh, all right. And it's just kind of looking around. it seems like her gaze is locked pretty squarely on keys that are on that man's belt, but it doesn't seem like she wants to approach the body.
Can I do a medicine check to see if she's like hurt or if she's injured or or like diseased or sick or something?
Well, at a faraway glance, as far as you are 20 feet, you don't see anything wrong with her. At least, like, on a surface. If you want to do like a medicine check, try to get like a better idea.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like I'd approach her and like kind of like try to like say, oh, you know, are you okay? Do you need my assistance? And then kind of like again do a quick assessment.
I mean, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Role play that. What are you saying?
Oh, hello, child. Are you in need of aid? Are you hungry? Do you require water?
And then she just kind of like glances up at you, and she's like, "I said, stay still, stay still. Fuck! I said, stay still."
Oh. What? I'm not sure I understand. What do you mean?
I said, stay still. Danger.
Oh, you told us that while you were with them.
Can I have keys?
Okay, I'll go over and retrieve the keys. Does anybody else have any objections if I give her the keys or unlock the chains?
No.
No objection.
Okay. Do you unlock her?
Give me a description again. What does she look like again?
Oh, sure thing. I'd be happy to give you a very good description by blowing up this image of a random horror movie girl that I found on the internet.
You mean Samara from The Ring?
Exactly. But yeah, that's what she looks like.
I think we want her on our side.
Have you seen The Ring? I
Fair.
disagree strongly.
Are you saying this to her?
No. She's not anywhere near me. So, can I get an insight check on whether I think she's like what her intentions are?
Give me an insight check. Yeah.
Okay.
So, what sort of time frame is this happening on? Would that be enough for me to have eventually caught up with the?
Oh yeah. All of you have caught up by this point. Yeah. If y'all want to be surrounding this poor little girl,
I'm trying not the crowd, but I want to be in the vicinity.
All right. So you gave me an insight check. It seems like she just wants the shackles off.
Okay, so I'll unlock the shackles.
Somebody detect magic first.
You're going to cast detect magic. All right.
I don't have detect magic. I'm asking if somebody can.
Anybody got it?
Otherwise, proceed, I guess.
All right, go for it. All right, yeah. So there's definitely a lot of magic coming from her. A lot of it. Yeah, she's effectively glowing like a beacon, but not only her, but also like next to her, there's an extremely strong magical presence there as well. Just next to her, in the spot that's like right above her, like right here, there's just a giant source of magic. Huge, bigger than you've ever seen before.
Ask her name.
Yeah, no, she's alone.
You could spend your action to determine the school of magic, if any.
What school of magic would this be?
Transmutation, illusion, alteration seem like good candidates.
Let me pull up a quick list. For I would say evocation.
That's scary. Okay.
Evocation's more protection, though.
Is it?
Also fireballs.
I think so. Maybe I'm wrong in that.
Well, since he said fireballs, it's evocation.
Okay.
So do you unshackle her?
Well, I'm assuming that Sonora? Is she the one that detects magic?
Yeah.
You relay that to the rest of us, obviously. You found that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, how did you get captured?
Yeah. I was mistaken. It's abjuration. That's the protection school.
Ah, got it.
Why are you here, child?
Captured. Because they must burn.
Who are they?
And she just points to the kind of like the corpse on the ground next to her.
Who are they to you?
All right, hold on. Because this next part I'm about to do for her voice is going to be a little bit tricky for me. All right. So you ask, who are they to you? She's like, Valiants. They must burn.
What did she call them?
She said they must burn, but burn didn't sound right.
Right. But the first word that she said was what?
Valiants.
Valian.
Yep.
Can you put that in the chat?
I can.
I'm assuming Valian is some sort of group. That's probably why they were asking us, who are we with? Whoever the Valiant's opponents are what they were trying to determine.
And she just kind of she actually, well, since all of you are here, I can kind of reveal a little bit more of the area real quick. And yeah, so she actually kind of she looks around for a little bit, right? And then she just points to over here, and there's a tunnel in the wall.
Tunnel in the wall.
Yep.
I ask her, who is she with?
Mom.
Who is Mom?
And then she just points next to her.
Oh, great. Can we talk to your mom?
No.
Who's your mom with?
What was that?
Who's your mom?
Who is your mom with?
Me.
What are you, some sort of 6-year-old? Oh, wait.
She just points next to her again.
How big is this tunnel that she's pointing at? Is it the kind of thing that would be difficult for us to travel through?
That tunnel? No, it is tiny.
Okay, that's
about effectively the size of a child. If you are a medium creature, it would be a bit of a squeeze.
Yeah.
You have to army crawl, and you wouldn't be able to go that quick.
Yeah, I mean, even as a gnome, I'm probably still bigger than she is, so that would be difficult.
I mean, you could probably go through the tunnel with relatively easy, because she can go through the tunnel relatively easily. So you'd probably be able to go through easily as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel uneven and unsure about being the person with the keys in my hand. So, we're all in agreement? We'll set her free.
I think we should let her go.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if everybody's in agreement, do we have quorum?
Yes.
Yes.
right, so you unshackle everything, including like around her neck and her wrists and everything.
I'm just waiting to hear back from Quiet Fur and Sonora.
You can ready and back.
Ready in action.
In action, yeah. She's got gas.
Yeah.
Everyone can step back if they'd like.
I'm fine where I am.
Okay, so I'll unshackle her then.
All right, so you unshackle everything.
So what exactly is on her again?
So it's so essentially what it is that she has like a thick lead collar around her, and attached to it are chains that go to her hands, and then those connect to her feet.
So their hands, feet, and neck are all connected by chains with lead collars around each.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Are the manacles themselves magical?
Are the manacles themselves magical?
Yeah. Can Sonara tell that?
No, it was not the manacles that were magical. It was her. It was very much her.
Somehow. Yeah.
Where were they bringing you to?
I don't.
Camp.
You know where that is?
No. And then she kind of starts to tear up a little bit.
Okay. Let's just let her go.
Okay, so we'll take off the shackles, all of them.
All right. Yeah, and then you do that, and then she's like, and then she just kind of like wiggles her hands a little bit, and then she's like, "Thank you," and then just starts to walk towards the tunnel slowly, right? At one point, she kind of turns back, and then she's like, "I like the way you burn," and then she just kind of climbs into the tunnel and disappears.
All over.
Okay.
And then I will move her to the GM lair.
Should we follow her, or should we ask her which way's out, or?
Well, there's not much we can do now.
Do you want to try and stop her before she goes into the tunnel? Because
Yeah,
the reason we kind of walked away was because it seemed like y'all were done talking to her. If you want me to bring her back for a few more questions, you can.
Yeah, we'll say can you stop? Please wait. We need your help. I mean, do you know how to get out of here?
Okay, well, let me bring her back. All right. And then it's just so you ask her how to get out of here, and then she's like, out
to the surface.
Surface. Fallen.
What did she say?
Fallen.
Yes, fallen.
Fallen. And then she kind of points to the east, and then she's like, Liberty.
Okay.
Far?
Far.
Thank.
And she just still kind of hovers there for a second, as if waiting for something to happen.
I'll give her a gold piece. Just kidding.
And then she kind of looks at it, and it's just like...
No, I didn't legit give her a gold piece. That's mine.
Oh. All right. All right. Anything else before she attempts to climb in?
Let's give her... Why don't we give her some rations?
Yeah.
Just at least a day's worth. There we go. Yeah.
All right, are you going to approach her to give her the jacket? All right. So do you just try to hand it to her, or do you actually put it on her?
dropping on her head. Surely you're old enough to dress yourself.
And then, like, she looks at it, she's like, too hot.
Okay.
By the way, she says too hot, but she's wearing exceptionally little, like, almost, like, effectively down to her underwear, and it's, like, a pretty crisp, like, 50-something degrees in here. Mom doesn't like gold.
I give her some of the rations, like a day's worth of rations, unless somebody objects, like even like the mushrooms, so we know would be deadly.
We gave those to the NPCs, but the
Oh, well,
our adventurers' rations would be like some bread and dried meat and stuff.
Yeah, I'll give her a day's worth of my rations.
All right. Well, you try to hand it to her, and then she immediately just says no.
Are you quite sure? They're quite good.
And then she actually like kind of like looks like, because since like the wall's like covered in mushrooms, she actually like kind of looks around, and then like she kind of like jumps up and kind of grabs one, and then she like kind of like holds it out to try and hand it to you.
Okay. Well.
Oh. Can we learn from her how to identify the mushrooms that are safe to eat?
Do you want to ask her?
Yeah. How do we know? How do we tell that from another mushroom? How can we find our own safe to eat mushrooms? I think we figured that part out, but I think there's more than two kinds of mushrooms here.
One way to find out. Gulp.
Do you just eat it?
Yep.
You just eat a bite out of what she gives you?
Yeah, like I'll take it and I'll try it.
Too.
Like she's offering it, saying it's good. So.
All right, yeah, and then you take a bite, and it's a mushroom. If you like mushrooms, you like this, and it's not like there's any bitter taste to it. It's just a mushroom.
It's quite good. Yeah, these are definitely edible.
And then she kind of she claps a little bit, and then she kind of gestures for it back.
Okay, I give her back to her.
I go.
Well, hold on. But then like she kind of holds on to it for a bit, right? And just kind of like staring at it, and then she tries to hand it back to you.
Okay. So I'll try another piece.
By the way, when you try to take a bite, it is wicked hot now.
Jalapeno pop?
Not jalapeno hot, like temperature hot. I'm talking like you take a bite and you immediately go like
Big barbecue.
I say, oh, very, very hot.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'll speak from my like canteen.
Mm-hmm. No. Mom told me to stop being hot.
Huh.
And wait for burn until camp.
That's why she was going with them willingly.
What was that, Sanara? Can't find. And then she kind of like sniffles a little bit, like, you know, tries to like hold back crying.
You want help finding the camp?
They're dead.
Ready at the fences?
No, and then she just points to like the corpse of the person who's like dragging her along.
Is there anyone at the camp that you wish to retrieve?
Yes,
Who?
new friends.
If we find the camp, how would we know who your new friends are?
Children.
We'll keep an eye out for that. I hope we could meet again.
Bye. And then she just crawls into the tunnel and just scurries off. And off she goes.
Blame Mike Jackson.
All right. So what do y'all want to do?
Why don't you see what we can learn about these guys from what equipment they're carrying? Do they have anything that looks like money? 'Cause I'm expecting that to not be what we recognize as money.
Surprise. Well, give me an investigation check on the corpses. And like, I'll give you advantage since I'm assuming that since y'all are kind of taking your time to kind of go through them and everything. Oh boy.
That's a natural failure, though. I guess you gave me advantage, so then I still got the 6. So.
Yeah. So you have the 6. Yeah. So like, yeah, you're kind of like, you kind of give them like a quick pat down. You're like, they got they had swords too. Oh.
They have bows and arrows. They seem to be some sort of primitive culture.
But you also find swords on all their person that they did not get a chance to use because they never got close enough. And you do find like kind of some keys on all of them. They all seem to be kind of identical. You assume that they were to unlock, those manacles. And I'm just, also this area is kind of revealed a little bit as well. In regards to gold that you find a little bit, right? You found like I would say you found like 5 gold total off of them.
Okay. Who's marking that?
I would make
still
that.
Tiger form?
Yeah, he never said he left Tiger form. That's right. So you can, but to actually track, I would make that a survival check. Okay, with a 15, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead and finish that encounter.
Oh, okay. Well, so
I have something else I want to do.
Oh yeah, sure. So with a 15, it seems like the scent is coming from the east, but as you kind of get closer to where all of you are now, the scent kind of starts to dissipate a little bit.
Well, we need to go let our other companions know that it's safe to come out of hiding, but we should definitely continue investigating in that direction.
Agreed.
The last thing I want to do while we're investigating these bodies is see if there's any emblems or identifying marks, if they have some kind of uniform of any kind that identifies them as Vythan in any way. Valiant.
Mm-hmm. Well, so they all generally seem to have the same uniform. If you're trying to look for anything on them, like a badge or an emblem, I would make that a investigation check.
Okay.
Which was already. So.
Okay, so I don't get to do another investigation check for that purpose.
No.
Okay. Okay. I was trying to gather enough information to be able to use my disguise kit on anybody in the party to pretend to be a member of this group, but it's probably not going to work out that well.
I did move to the GM layer, right? Yeah, I did. Okay.
For the 5 gold, are we just each taking one of those golds, or the person who searched is going to get all 5? I searched, right? So I can't remember who asked about if they had money.
How do y'all want to divvy it up? Up to you.
I'll share the findings, so everybody gets 1 gold.
And by the way,
Very good man.
Like the corpse search, that was like on Topper. Someone else can like go in there and try if they want.
Yeah, other people could do investigation checks.
I will do an investigation check.
All right. And I assume you're going to be thorough, kind of take your time and look through everything, so I'll also have advantage on that. All right, so with a 12, you find a bit more, right? So Topper kind of tried to pat some people down. He only found 5 gold, and he just kind of shrugs like, I guess that's all of it, right? And you kind of think about it, and you're like, there's no way that's all of it. And, you kind of go through some of the corpses yourself, and you find, actually, an additional, you find additional 7 gold on top of that. And additionally, you do find a letter as well on their person, but the letter is kind of short. Effectively, the letter just states, our scouts reported some weird sound coming from the northwest. Please go investigate immediately and capture anyone who is there alive.
Okay,
I'll just captured that girl.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So I'll share that and the 7 gold, obviously, with the pool, the party treasure.
Yeah, so that's
Can I
Goldie?
Can I keep that note?
Yeah.
I have forgery skills. It might come in handy to have something to reference.
Ooh, excellent point. All right, should we continue our quest east, or should we go northwest?
Let's get our companions. That we don't want them hiding under junk for the rest of the campaign. If only we could retrieve just 2 of them, that would be fine. But
Even that wicked, nasty woman. Oh God!
Because of our limited access to resources, those of you who have longbows may want to pick up some extra arrows.
I do, yeah.
Nobody uses a crossbow. No, but none of them use a crossbow, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, because you and I both use them.
I also have a crossbow, but it's really just my backup weapon. So, in case of emergency, I could probably share bolts or something. Yeah.
Yes, so far, I've got like a +1 to hit everything. So.
Okay.
All right.
So
should we go?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yes.
Agreed.
The NPCs are still kind of back here. Like, do you think they're still alive?
Let's just start heading back. I'm just walking back because I told them I would come get them. So I'm not like, you guys can debate what you want. I'll find you back up here after I get these guys.
Super fast.
I know, that's funny. All right. I did tell them to hide under junk or something. I don't know. What did they end up doing?
They just kind of hit all the way back here.
Okay. I come back in here. I'm like, coast is clear. Bandits are down.
And then, yeah, they kind of like poke their head up, like, kind of out of the wreckage, right? And then Tura's just like, oh, thank God, Mar never shuts up, even when we're trying to hide. And then he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, and then she's just like, oh, please, let's just go.
Does Marv have a crazy, like, jalopy? Does he talk to plants?
And then she's like, no, he is always talking to us. Because we're the only people that can understand him.
Okay,
All right,
so
where to? Because, you know, like as I said previously, danger ahead, clearly, obviously. Y'all are the best ones for the danger part, so lead the way.
should we go north, guys,
Right,
just to flush out the top area up here?
Just to clear that shadow, let's take the route around the top of that pillar. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. And yeah, you check over there, and there's a whole lot of nothing.
Okay. I think let's go exploring to the east.
To the east. Let's go to the east.
These were like typical elves as we know elves. They weren't some kind of strange underground elf of some kind.
Nope. All right.
Okay.
So you are leading the way then.
Let's get back to our protective formation of scout, fighters, and bodyguards. That's a good point.
That's fair.
Maybe we should have done that back in the cubby.
We can do it here.
Yeah, we can do it here, really.
We'll just all keep watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll keep watch. I'll take first watch anyway.
I don't think I get spell slots back unless it's a long rest, right?
Normally, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Should we do it a long rest, guys?
No. I mean, I'm fine for one more encounter at least. I can just be more cautious with my spells next time. That was worth it this time. I still have 2 level 1 spells left, so I'm good.
All right. So y'all doing a short rest or?
You can do a short rest here.
Okay, yeah. So y'all just kind of, you know, you can also one thing I forgot to mention is that there is like a fire around here that those bandits were using for their camp. So you can that fire is still going, so you can use that if you wish.
We didn't check out the south section either, did we?
You did not. You absolutely may. You should have 2 hit dice. Yes, you're a druid. It's a 1d8. Yep.
Since I'm not getting anything with the short rest, I'll explore with Cole just so that there's not a person left alone.
Real quick, because mildly important. Okay, so you're just checking out this one down here, yeah?
Yeah, we're not going to go too far. We're just going to see if it goes.
Well, yeah, actually, you have a torch. Yeah, so you can see the whole thing. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
It's a dead end.
And the next one.
Okie dokie. I need to pull something up here for this. One moment.
Uh-oh.
It's just...
Run away!
Zabra has been hiding down here the whole time. Alright. Because once... we'll take this step by step, alright? Alright. So, where are you going? Tell me where you're standing.
I'm happy with where my token is.
Okay, well, yeah, you see, like, up here. Would you like to keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah, up here now.
Cole, you coming with me?
You're welcome to here.
I'm getting screwed.
Hold on, I need to pull up. I had to pull something up real quick. Perfect.
No regrets.
YOLO.
I need to.
YOLO, yeah, exactly.
I need to save this.
You have to make it a save point.
Are the others following? Is it just you and Topper?
Yeah, they're getting their short rested, so it's just us.
Okay. If we need to, I'm picking you up and running with you.
I'm cool with that. I'll be shooting firebolts the other way while it happens.
Pew pew.
Alright, that's ready to go. Alright. So, you step a little bit further in, right?
Spidey sense says no.
Spidey sense does indeed say no. And you know what? It's really funny that you said spider sense.
Oh, crap. Spider moves, no.
Oh, sorry. That was a giant enemy spider.
Okay. So if we can see that far into the cave.
The moment it sees the light from Cole's torch,
Okay.
it immediately looks at you.
Okay. And how giant is it? Is it like the size of Topper, or is it like bigger than a human?
It is bigger than a human.
All right.
It is a large size.
Let's get out of here. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can get past the corpses of the bandits, and maybe it will be happy taking care of those before us.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I'm gonna try a no sudden movements back away, but as fast as possible.
Yep, agreed. Follow suit. Remember, I don't need to run the bear. I just need to outrun you.
Yeah, that's not gonna be hard for you, man. Yes, you know.
Are we being pursued?
It is definitely going in that direction, but it doesn't seem to be sprinting.
Okay, let's keep our steady pace then. And let us know when we need to go to initiative. I'm not counting squares either.
All right. Well, let me check something real quick. All right. Well, you were actually kind of correct. It kind of walks up to this body, kind of feels it around if its antenna for a little bit, and then just kind of slings like a little web attack at it, and then it starts to just slowly drag it back to where you found it.
All right. let's get out of sight and
Norman, no.
finish the rest. We have 4 decoys remaining.
Yeah, that's a big nope, guys. Nope. Oh no! Just we're not going back there. That's all. Yep, nope, everything's fine. We're gonna keep going this way.
I mean, if you want to do a deception versus insight, by all
I'll
means.
do it. I'll back it
No time
up.
to talk. No time to talk.
Like, the cave was just super boring over there.
You believe them. You think that the rest of that cave is so boring. Such a boring cave back there. Nope, it's boring.
There's nothing but bodies, dead bodies. We'll go.
All right, so you do, continue to proceed forward, slowly illuminating more as you go. Nothing feels special about this area. It's just another open space with some mushrooms on the walls. Nope, nothing's changed. Seems like the same kind of mushrooms. And also, it's actually an important thing to note, because I do want to make this clear. That little tunnel that little girl left through, you actually take a look. Wow, there's actually a lot of those now that you're actually taking a look. Like, this room has 2 of them on its own.
Okay, so there's lots of, like, the cave walls are sort of like have lots of crevasses in them that a tiny person could navigate through.
Yep. You don't know where they go. You don't know the passageway, but you definitely see the entrances here. Yep.
Probably a massive maze once you're inside there too. I mean, I guess I'm the only one that needs to be concerned about it because you guys won't even fit. But I'm not going to try anything related to that. Oh yeah, huh? Well, I might be convinced to brave it if I had backup of at least one other person.
Dude, what's the worst thing that's inside that tunnel network? A creepy little girl that says the word burn in a weird demonic voice?
I mean, it could just be super boring.
That's
what I'm worried about.
Yeah, it could be super boring, right?
We lost quiet for...
Uh-oh.
Spider caught him.
What spider? There's no spider back there. It's boring back there.
I'm assuming our companions are staying with us too. You're just managing the fog right now. Okay.
Yeah. The companions are also keeping up. Didn't want to bring that too. Yoink. They're slowly trailing behind you. Are you going to continue east, or would you like to check any of these other crevices?
Yeah, that's a good question.
What's everybody doing for hit points?
For what?
What's everybody doing for hit points?
I'm at full.
Cool.
Is it because you're in like a tiger form though? Okay, we should. If you've got 3 hit points, we need to heal you.
Oh, he's down 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Okay, let's go. If everybody's good then.
I want to continue east, but I am worried about leaving unexplored area behind us.
Go.
Sure.
You're going down? Okay. Fortunately, in the down area, it's actually kind of boring. Not a lot there.
All right. To the east.
Want to clear that little thing behind us, though?
I was going to pretend it wasn't there.
You remember the last time you went down?
Too boring to tell.
Nothing. Nothing happened last time.
Nothing worth discussing. Slip of the tongue.
Perception check.
All right, so let's continue to reveal area down here, and it continues. There.
Yeah, that's enough. We need to keep going east.
I do also want to say,
What?
if you zoom out, this is a big map, like
Yeah,
a big map.
Is there any way we can use tracking skills to find out if there's like a more traveled path in one way or another?
Yeah, there's no. This is just a lot of cave, is what it is. Sure. Yeah, you can do a survival check. Yeah. Was that it there? The 15? All right. Well, you do notice that there is like a pseudo beaten path. It seems like there is some travel that goes along this path. You don't know how much or how often, but it definitely looks like many things have gone through this path.
Should we make camp and like wait for people here?
Yeah.
Oh.
We could do like a short rest or a long rest, keep watch, and just see what comes and goes.
I can definitely benefit from a long rest, but that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Can we make a camp somewhere here? It would be where we would be able to observe the path, but not be observable from the path.
Yeah, if you're like kind of like really deep in, and if you don't like make any fires or anything, I'm willing to say that you're like kind of out of vision.
Okay. Then we just have to worry about Mar.
Yeah, like, unless people are just gotta worry about Mar.
Mar, you go up in this cubby up here.
It's a topper.
Are you actually telling him to do that?
No.
All right.
I was pointing at it and joking to the rest of the group, I guess.
I mean, if he heard you, he'd have been like, I gotta go over there. Like, and he might start like walking in that direction. All right, yeah. So y'all just kind of set up camp, and you're going for a long rest, yeah.
And I don't need to take a rest for anything, so I can take a watch or I can stay up for the whole thing. Doesn't really matter to me.
But is this a long rest that y'all are taking?
I think so, just so we can get everybody's spells up and
Yeah.
stuff.
Excellent. All right. Well, if it's a long rest, does anyone happen to be sleeping now? Yeah.
Well, I mean, those of us who actually need to take advantage of the rest, I'm assuming I will sleep as part of my recovering my spell slots.
Okay. Well, I need to send somebody something. Quietfer. Yep. So I am. Ryan's. Bear with me. I'm still bad of names. Quietfer is Shiz, right? Excellent. Just making sure. All right. There you go, bud. There's your vision for the night. Oh boy.
I'm gonna wait to reset my spell points till after the long rest in case we're interrupted.
All right, so I want to talk about shifts real quick, right? So who's taking the first shift?
I will.
All right. So while everyone's like kind of napping, right? you're kind of like poking your head out, kind of like from like around the wall, trying to keep an eye out and stuff like that. You do actually see a group of people, right? A small group of people, about 3. They don't look like the bandits you fought earlier, right? And they are coming from the east, and they're slowly walking down the path. They're not really looking around or anything, but they're just, they're just walking.
Okay. I think I will.
They are armed, mind you.
They are or are not? Sorry.
They are.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I won't do anything. I'll just sort of make note of that, to myself to tell everybody when we wake up. But I think they need to keep their long rest, so I don't really want to wake anybody up. I think just about everybody needs like spell regen or health.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just sort of, like I say, make mental note to tell everybody when they wake up.
All right, but these guys were a little bit different from the bandits as well. It looks like they were uniformed as well. So that is an important thing to note.
Okay.
All right. So, and other than that, for the rest of the night, nothing really happens. You kind of go through your shifts. They never come back. They just kind of walk in that direction, kind of casually, actually.
Okay. So once everybody wakes up, I'll just sort of relay that information to them. And I don't know if we want to try and follow where they went or if we want to keep going the other way.
Well, there's obviously points of interest on either side of this path. They were coming from somewhere and they were going to somewhere. The other piece of information that we have is just that the camp is somewhere to the east, but since we did follow the eastern tunnel, it could be in either of these directions. It's probably a coin flip.
I want to make one thing clear about east, right? So what y'all gathered information-wise, all right, just to make sure everyone's kind of clear on what y'all know, the camp that the girl is talking about, you don't really know where it is. You just know that it was from east of where you were previously, which you are now past, right?
Right,
so
we're there now.
Yeah, so whether it's like to the east or to the south or to the north, you do not know.
Right. That's kind of what I was saying, is
And
now that we've traveled east, either direction could be the way we want to go.
Yeah. But also, another thing I want to kind of do real quick, right? I should take some time afterwards to kind of plan. Because, can someone give me a perception check?
Someone in particular, or all of us?
No, just anyone. Just anyone who just is like looking around. You know what? How about this? Who takes last shift?
I think the rest of us were benefiting from the rest, so Lena offered to stay up all night.
Oh, so,
Yeah. I just was going to take the whole watch because I think everybody else needed to heal or
Okay.
regen.
All right, yeah. So then, you know what? Give me a perception check then. All right, yeah. With a 17, you definitely notice in this tunnel, in the in that wall behind you, right? You definitely see. Sorry, 1 second. Navigating these tools here. Boop. Oh lord. All right. You see a rather familiar face. This little girl, she's just watching you. She's just looking at you. Kind of like head poking
up. Well, I'll ask her, did you find your way home?
She doesn't answer immediately. She's just like kind of maintains eye contact with you.
Okay, creepy. Can I, I'll ask her, Did you find your mom? Is your mom with you?
She nods.
Are you okay?
She nods again.
Okay, well, I'm kind of happy to sort of leave her be for a moment. Can I maybe ask her if she needs help?
She shakes her head no.
Okay, well, yeah, she can sit all creepy up on her wall then. That's fine. Am I waking the rest of the party up? Like, are they up now or?
Is this the end of our long rest?
Yeah, this is like the end of your long rest. Yeah. Well, who would be the first person to wake up, kind of at the end of the long rest?
Probably, I'm just going to say Cole, I think, because I'm kind of closest to him.
All right, so Cole, you wake up first. You don't see her yet. But you can try and make a perception check to see if you do see her. Or Lena can like try to signal it or something.
Yeah, maybe I'll just kind of like look at him and make like really round eyes and kind of like eyeball behind me, like.
He got a 5, and he's just like, yeah, mushrooms. Yeah,
Still good. I got sleep in my eyes here.
It's just like, yeah, mushrooms. I see them. That's all you see. You just see mushrooms on the wall. With a 5.
So if he's not getting my drift,
Mushrooms
then
are not creepy at all.
I'll just say our companion from earlier has returned. She's behind me, and she's brought her mom with her.
All right, and it's like directly said that. Cool. You kind of move your eyes like up like 2 feet, and yeah, you just see her just like kind of looking at you.
Nah! Oh, jeez. Scared me. God.
Yeah. Hold on. So when you scream, she actually like gets a little bit frightened, and she's like kind of scurrily backs away.
Sorry.
Dang. Maybe she's following us. Should probably expect that kind of an encounter again as we travel. Oh, did our companion NPCs absorb any of that interaction?
You know, I'm gonna say Mar did. Yeah, but the rest of them were just like sleeping soundly, and yeah, Mar was just kind of like looking at her, and just like kind of waving every now and then.
So can I
And then after Cole screams and scares her off, he's like, "Oh, why are you at now?"
Oh. We need this girl to stay with us more often if it keeps Mark quiet.
Can we tell, is there like a door, like one of those little doors up on the wall there? Because presumably I didn't see her sneak past me.
Oh yeah, no, there's a tunnel like right there.
Okay, there is one. That's
Like-
right. Oh,
Yeah, I did mark it. Yeah, there is a tunnel on that wall there. Yep.
I'm super like.
were you
zoomed.
moving the map against the grid?
I was. Yeah, I'm trying to line up with the grid again. Yeah.
Oh.
Expect me to do that kind of often.
Is it because the graphic has a grid on it and the UI has its own grid?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for some reason, like this map I made just does not want to line up with the grid for some reason.
I mean, if the graphical map didn't have a grid on it, then it wouldn't be an issue, would it?
The graphical map does have a grid on it. The issue is that you inherently snap to a grid when you're moving your piece. You can unsnap from a grid if you hold Alt while moving your character. If you want to more precisely place something.
All right. Anyway.
So I'll just kind of do the same eye movement. I'm not really sure if she's super friendly to us, so I'll just kind of say, our visitor is back with her mom.
Well, she already scurried back. Like she's she's gone from vision.
Oh. Then I'll just let the party know, everybody who's up, I'll let them know that she was here and that there's a tunnel behind us. It was the same girl. Yeah.
That's pretty great.
I don't think we're all going to fit through that door.
And you do have wild shape too. Small. Medium, but it's tight. Like you're not going to be moving super freely.
All right, that's me, I guess. What are we talking about? I was eating breakfast.
Well, I asked.
Yeah. All right. I mean,
If she needed any help, and she did. She said no. She said she was okay. Maybe we just wait until we see her again.
Yeah. Think Zale needed us to do that right now? Well, I mean, I'll see if I can poke my head in the tunnel and see, like, is it windy or does it just go back a ways or what?
It goes back quite a ways, yeah. So you're gonna like climb up and like kind of peek in.
Yeah.
All right. You kind of like step up, right? It is kind of high up in the air. So like, does someone lift you up?
You guys gonna make me roll in athletics to climb up there?
Oh yeah. You got this. I'll hold your beer.
This is impossible, you guys.
I'm willing to. All right, so like he fails to like you fail like you try to kind of like grab onto parts of the wall, but all you end up doing is like grabbing onto one of the mushrooms and you just kind of fall backwards and just like land square on your back. You don't take damage, but you're kind of rattled a little bit. If you weren't awake before, you're awake now.
Yeah.
Well, let's try this later for one of these holes that's at ground level.
I will say, right, literally, like, anyone with any reasonable strength can't just, like, put you on their shoulders and just,
I know.
That's
their choice. I think anyone of reasonable strength can do that without my permission, too. So.
What did the creatures look like again? Which ones?
They're the ones that were in uniform.
Oh, they were all elves, and they had just their clothes was kind of mishmashed. They didn't really have a uniform or anything, even though they all use the same icon. But whatever. They didn't really seem to have any kind of badge or uniform. It just kind of seemed like a ragtag kind of group. Yeah, it's like if they were part of an organization, they probably don't want you to know about it.
You want to be part of your stupid club anyway.
All right, so I'm willing to say that, if someone volunteers to just put you up on their shoulders and prop you up, I'm willing to let you do that for free.
Anybody gonna help me?
All right.
All right.
All right. Yeah. So well.
You just given me a boost. I don't think it's anything exceptional.
No, well, you got it. You're good.
Okay.
So let me kind of go ahead and just move you all here.
Stuff me in there.
just yeet him into the tunnel. All right. Well, yeah.
That's rude.
And there you see, the moment you kind of peer over, you just see her a little bit further down, just looking in your direction.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
You know how to get around in these tunnels, huh?
Yes.
Have you been following us?
Yes.
Are you waiting for us to find the camp?
Yes.
That's great. Do you want to come out and follow us outside of the tunnels?
No. Safer. Mom doesn't trust.
Your mom doesn't trust us?
No.
Okay, well...
She doesn't like the tiger.
We'll make sure that he stays away from you and your mom then. Thank you for telling us. I'll scoot back out.
And then you lose sight of her as you go back down.
So I tell the group, you know what? I should have asked her name. Oh well. I tell the group that
she hasn't left yet. I don't think.
Okay, so I poke my head back in there. And I'm like, hey, hi, my name is Topper. Can you tell me your name?
Rosie.
Rosie, that's a nice name. Thank you, Rosie. I'll see you again, okay?
Maybe.
All right. Bye.
Tiger bad.
Okay, we'll keep him on the other side. And I go back down. So then I tell the group, the little girl's name is Rosie, and she has been following. She's been following us. She's hoping that we can find the camp that she was looking for, and she doesn't want to come out and travel with us in the main tunnels. She wants to stay in her little tunnels because they are safer. Also, her mother doesn't think we're trustworthy and does not like the tiger, which I think was a reference to Quietfur. So as we encounter her again, I'm not sure. Well, you did transform back to your Azamar form in front of her, so she knows what you look like, right? Or maybe not.
Yeah, he didn't really specify when he turned back. So
I think he did. I think he stayed tiger form the entire encounter until she was in the tunnel. Yeah. And the only thing I can think of that would make her not like you is that you killed the guy that was taking her to the camp, which she was trying to find. But other than that, I mean, I would think that she would not like all of us for that reason. So, okay. Well, she just referenced the tiger. That was not something that she liked and wanted to stay away from her. So, I guess that could be either of you. She's obviously a magical being or has magical powers. So maybe she can recognize you in your shapeshifted form.
It also, she did imply that she's been watching you the whole time.
Yeah. Time check, 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could, y'all could either try to go to the east even further, or you can, we can also call it now and reconvene next week. It's really up to y'all at that point. I'm willing to go until precisely 4 hours. But the moment it hits 4 hours, I don't care what's going on. We're done.
All right. This board gets saved, right? So it'll just be the way it is when we start again?
Exactly. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. So the moment we start up again, all of you will be in the exact same spot. Rosie will probably still be in that tunnel. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, we can
This
if
is
you
a
want.
good stopping point.
Yeah, it's a good place to put a pin in it, I think.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Alrighty. So, as I said last time, something I like to do with a lot of my groups at the end, I like to have people vote on who they think deserves to get a point of inspiration. So, who do y'all think deserves a point of inspiration? I will automatically disqualify Cole because he got it last time.
We can afford all the inspiration. Quiet for
Yeah, quiet. Gotta keep track
I was
of all of
gonna
these.
vote for Lena because she finished off the 2 kills that I made. So yeah.
Can y'all come to a consensus?
Yeah. No, I'll go to quiet for the consensus.
All right then. Quietford, go ahead and add an inspiration to your characters. But yeah, no, we'll continue this same time next week, and you know, have a grand old time playing some more D&D as you continued on your hunt towards the east for whatever Rosie said, liberty, whatever that might be. And yeah,
good game, guys.
Really?
hopefully you avoid any giant spiders. I hope so.
We haven't encountered any yet.
Yeah. Yep, no spiders in this cave. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.